SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Our Adam Schefter reports the Ravens will sign running back Melvin Gordon III to a one-year deal. The Giants sign running back James Robinson and wideout Cole Beasley. And the Jaguars re-signed defensive end DeJuan Smoot to a one-year deal. He's coming back from a torn right Achilles last December. At Pac-12 Media Day today, USC quarterback Caleb Williams talked about the importance of the Trojans' final season in the conference.
Yeah, it's huge. There's no pressure at it or anything like that, but it is huge just for the simple fact of, USC is, as like you said, they've been, I would say, dominant in this league, and so to go out with a bang and go out on top is important.
Caleb Williams, USC, and UCLA are moving to the Big Ten next year. The U.S. women's national team opens World Cup play tonight in Auckland, New Zealand, with a match against Vietnam. The U.S. trying to make history as the first team, men's or women's, to win 3 straight World Cups. Already today, Spain beat Costa Rica 3-0, Switzerland over the Philippines 2-0.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. They're close, convenient, and have the parts you need fast, along with excellent customer service from professional parts people you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us, AFR. Presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
And Mr. Toby Temple. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Great to be back in studio. Great 4 days in Nashville at SEC Football Media Days. We'll recap it all, Theriot, 1 hour from right now. Let's begin like we do every day. Well, most days when I don't forget.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Let's just be honest. I'm being self-aware, right? I mean, there's days when I've been them muses in my ear like, hey, you forgot to do the Bud Light. My bad.
There's a lot going on when we come in here. There's a lot going on.
And thank you. And then times whenever I'm on the road, it makes it even more complicated.
It's true.
Got people walking up and down Radio Row. Yeah. They know you're on air. They're still tapping you on the shoulder and flicking you in the back of the ear.
The internet just dropping randomly sometimes.
Buffering.
Yeah,
you never know. It just happens. You swipe a headphone wire across a button bar, and all of a sudden you got harps playing.
Boy, that was entertaining. Yeah, that was really good.
That happened several times.
Yes, it did.
In fact, I know. Okay. We are back from SEC Football Media Days. And as is customary, the media the final day is issued their ballot via email to vote for the preseason All-SEC team and then also to vote for the champion. You pick a West champion, and a West order of finish, an East order of finish, an overall champion, and then it spits out exactly what the media predicts. It's worth noting that this year there were 8 teams that got at least 1 vote to win the Southeastern Conference, and to no surprise of anyone, Georgia, the overwhelming favorite to win the Southeastern Conference with 181 votes. Alabama was second with 62. LSU was third with 31. Tennessee and Vanderbilt each got 5 votes, just to show that some people think this is a total joke and don't take it seriously at all. Arkansas and Auburn, 2 votes apiece. Mississippi State, Texas A&M, South Carolina, each with 1 vote to win the league. Again, that's not their division. That's to win the league. The reason this is significant, this is the first time in 10 years, first time since 2015 that someone other than Alabama has been picked to win the SEC. The last time Alabama was not picked to win the SEC was back in 2015 when Auburn was picked to win the league. If you remember, 2015 Auburn had Jeremy Johnson as their quarterback, and Jeremy Johnson was supposed to be the dude, man. He was this big physical guy and big arm, and a lot of people were really high on Auburn there. They were just a couple of years removed from playing for a national championship, and we're all sitting there thinking, man, you get Gus Malzahn with that guy, Jeremy Johnson, in his offense, and boy, it's going to go really great for Auburn, and they're going to win the SEC, and they went 7-6. They were 2-6 in the conference. So maybe a little gree-gree on Georgia. I don't think it'll be that severe. If there's any consolation, if you're an LSU fan, hoping that the league will, in fact, the media will, in fact, get this wrong, and Georgia won't win the league, and maybe LSU will. The media has voted on preseason All-SEC in order of finish every year since 1992. And since 1992, that's 31 years, by the way, the media has correctly predicted the champion 9 times. 9 times in 31 years. It's crap. None of us know. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes we think it's easy. Usually, it just goes to show you the SEC is really good top to bottom, and it's hard to project. No one should be surprised, however, that Georgia was picked to win the SEC. What I talked about all week, if you followed our shows, and thank you for doing so, what I found interesting and what I was most looking forward to was the projected order of finish in the respective divisions. I was looking forward to seeing how the media was going to vote for the West. Like, we knew, of course, that Georgia was going to be picked to win the East, and they were, but the question was about the West. And all this week, everyone that I spoke with, you know, if you listen to our coverage, that I talked to everyone about their projected order of finish and who they were going to pick to win their respective divisions. And it seemed to me, and I said it over and over all week, that LSU was going to be picked to win the West. And apparently, either the majority of the media I spoke with either lied or they are cowards. And once they actually got their ballot, they didn't actually vote for LSU. The voting went exactly how I thought it would, just inversed. Alabama was picked to win the West. They got 165 first-place votes. LSU picked second with 117 votes. Auburn got 4 first-place votes. Arkansas got 3. Mississippi State, Texas A&M, 1 apiece. So 6 of the 7 schools in the West got a vote to win the division. In the East, Georgia was a runaway winner with 265 votes. Tennessee, 14. South Carolina, 3. Kentucky, 1. And last place, Vanderbilt, got 8 votes to win the East. Again, proof that there are just people there who don't take this seriously at all. And I quite honestly don't blame them if that's what they choose to do. But I do want to put some context around how close the LSU-Alabama vote was. And I don't love to throw out numbers on radio because numbers, we say it all the time, it's confusing. You're driving around. If you're listening to us, I know some of you are watching, so you'll see the graphics, and that changes things a bit. But in the last 5 years, Alabama has gotten 94.9% of the first-place votes in the West. There are only 7 votes over the previous 2 years that had anyone else at the top of the ballot. So if you go back and look at 2021 and 2022, 21, A&M, LSU, Ole Miss, and Arkansas each got 1 vote. Bama got 130. Last year, Bama got 177 votes. A&M got 3. Arkansas got 1. That was it. So in the last 2 years, there have been a total of 7 votes for anyone other than Alabama to win the West. This year, LSU and Alabama were virtually neck and neck. Bama got 165 votes. LSU got 117. I thought that would be flipped. But it does go to show and illustrate how much people are questioning Alabama. And I give you all of these numbers, not to sit here and say memorize percentages or voting for the media. My point is, for a decade, for a literal decade, going back to 2015, every year, the last 10 times, Alabama has been picked to win the overall SEC championship. Of course, the West, but the overall SEC championship. And a runaway choice to pick to win the West. Everyone gives Alabama the benefit of the doubt. You lose Tua, doesn't matter. You lose Mac Jones, doesn't matter. You lose Bryce Young, now matters. And I think everyone looks at what Alabama was a year ago. And they were a team that really struggled to put away an A&M team that finished 5-7. Ole Miss had a pass into the end zone on the final play of the game to beat them. Texas had them dead to rights, but they wiggled off the hook thanks to Bryce Young. The only reason they were in the game late and rallied against LSU was Bryce Young. Same thing when they rallied against Tennessee, when they were down big early, Bryce Young. Well, now Bryce Young's gone. And you look around and go, what else do they have? All the things we've been talking about here for several months manifest over these last 4 days at SEC Media Days, because that is the general feeling about this team. And maybe that's all the rat poison that Nick Saban needs. Well, I guess the praise is the rat poison. But everything maybe all of this is just going to motivate them to go out and ball out. But the reality is they're not as good at the line of scrimmage. They're not going to be as good at quarterback. They certainly don't have the name brand skill guys at receiver and running back that we're used to seeing at Alabama. It's serious questions there. You lose both coordinators. I'm not saying they won't win. I'm just saying what I've said all along. You're right to question it. I'll share my preseason all SEC ballot with you and my projected order of finish as well. If you're interested, maybe I can go ahead and tweet this out as well. I don't know if everybody is super duper interested, but in case you are, I'm trying to frame this up for you, Paulie. I don't know that I'm going to be able to. It doesn't look like it's going to work for me. Here's what I picked in the East. In the West. I did pick LSU to win the West. I went LSU, Alabama. And I actually screwed up here. I have Texas A&M 3 and Ole Miss 4. I meant to inverse those, and I fat-fingered it and just realized it this morning, and I meant to invert those. But I have A&M 3, Ole Miss 4. Auburn, Arkansas, Mississippi State. And I'll tell you why, even though I screwed up my vote. The reason I like Ole Miss better, that game with Ole Miss and Texas A&M is in Oxford. Yes, Ole Miss has to go to Georgia, but A&M has to go to Tennessee, so they're rotating cross-divisional. I think both teams take a loss, and they're rotating cross-divisional in a really tough road game. And I like Ole Miss head-to-head against A&M in Oxford. So I think you have LSU, Alabama, and then a whole weird hodgepodge of 4-4, 3-5 in the West, and tiebreakers are going to matter. The big one, I think that's going to surprise some people. I have Auburn finishing 5th. That's just a nod to Hugh Freeze. Arkansas 6th. People are going to be surprised because K.J. Jefferson's back. I just don't think their roster is good enough, and I don't think Sam Pittman's a good enough coach to get him over the hump. In the East, I have Georgia winning it, Tennessee 2nd, and I like South Carolina 3rd in that division, followed by Kentucky, who's got a lot of veteran players on their team. Florida 5th, Missouri, and Vanderbilt is how I picked it. And I did pick LSU to win the SEC. I was one of the 31 that picked the Tigers. I think that LSU will win the West. They'll get back to Atlanta, and they'll get a chance to take a swing at Georgia for the 2nd consecutive year. And I like the Tigers. So I did pick LSU. I'm one of 31 that picked LSU. I've told you all before, I've got LSU 11-1 on this season. I do think they'll be in Atlanta, and I think they'll have a great chance to go beat Georgia, play themselves into a playoff. So we're all usually wrong on this, but that's how I voted. All right, it's after further review. Of course, our show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy in Louisiana. You're looking for something to do this weekend. Make sure it involves great tasting, crisp, refreshing Bud Light. Drink easy in Louisiana. Make sure you catch those, while you can, still, the camouflage aluminum bottles. A portion of every sale going to benefit Folds of Honor. $21 million raised over 13 years to raise money for scholarships for the children of our fallen war heroes. Great organization, Folds of Honor, and Bud Light. Great to be partnered with them. Drink easy in Louisiana with Bud Light. All right, y'all, it's after further review. We'll knock out a quick break, come back. Theriot next hour. At the bottom of this hour, in the Around the SEC slot, I'll run through the preseason All-SEC teams as voted on by the media. And there's something that happened for the first time in 34 years on the preseason All-SEC team. I'll share that with you coming up in about 15 minutes. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Get to Rouses.com, Rouses.com. Weekend is upon us, y'all, and I keep telling, there's always great weekly specials. I should mention that. I should start with that. So if you're heading into the weekend, you're going to be making groceries. Remember, they get the value pack of the sirloin pork chops for just 97 cents a pound right now. A community coffee, 10 to 12 count single serve, or a 12-ounce bag, just $4.97. You can check it out at Rouse's. Any of the local Rouse's locations, you know that they'll treat you right. They get you a great price, helping you make groceries for more than 60 years. And so cool, the Buy 4, Save More program is going on right now. You want to try wine and interesting spirits, you buy 4 or more, you can save more. Buy 4 or more and save 10%. Mix and match. If you're looking for opportunities to maybe try some interesting wines, here's a great way to do it affordably at Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Get to Rouses.com. Rouses, this feels like home.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding?
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, glad you're rolling along with us. Really good to be back in studio. Thanks to everybody who watched, who listened and participated during our 4 days at SEC Football Media Days there in Nashville. We always appreciate the feedback, and look, the reason we go is for all of you. I mean, it's to be able to provide that level of coverage of the league and hopefully a lot of really good content that you enjoy. So thanks to everybody who watched and listened. If you missed anything from our show all throughout the week, you can catch it on demand at 1045ESPN.com, on the After Further Review YouTube channels, all that sort of stuff. Search wherever you get your podcast, just search After Further Review. You can get your podcast there as well. Okay. I'm going to get back to at the bottom of the. I'm going to pivot here a bit. At the bottom of the hour, so about 15 minutes, less than that actually. We'll get back to the preseason All-SEC teams, and something happened that hasn't happened in 34 years. We'll get to that in a second. But when we're here next week, on Tuesday, the Saints rookies report for camp. Like, this is crazy. I mean, NFL camp is almost here. Some teams start this week. So it's essentially upon us. And we're getting to the point where it's time to start looking at, okay, what are we going to be looking for in camp? And it was interesting because CBS Sports has a piece where they looked at 3 questions for each team in the NFL. And so when you look at the NFC South, for example, like Tampa, they ask, who will be the starting quarterback was the number one question that they asked for Tampa in their thing. Is Devin White on board? That's number 2. And then how will the offensive line shake out? I mean, you could see some of the obvious questions. So for the Panthers, is Bryce Young ready to start day 1? Who's going to emerge under the receivers? Remember, Adam Thielen is there now as well. Is J.C. Horn healthy? I'm pretty high on Carolina. I think y'all know that. For the Falcons, is Ritter ready to seize the opportunity? Can Kyle Pitts bounce back? Who starts opposite A.J. Terrell? For the New Orleans Saints, the 3 questions they asked, I don't even think these are 3 that interest me very much. At least not 2 of them. One is if Alvin Kamara is going to be suspended. And I understand why that's interesting. He's a noted commodity. He led you in both rushing and receiving last year. And so if he's going to be suspended is certainly relevant. But you signed Jamal Williams, drafted Kendre Miller. I'm just assuming even if you miss Kamara for any length of time, it's kind of what it is. Number 2 is whether or not Michael Thomas is healthy. Again, I hope he is. I hope he plays at a high level, but we haven't seen Michael Thomas at full tilt in 4 years. He's played 10 games over the last 3 seasons. Like, whatever you're going to get from Michael Thomas feels like lagniappe. So if you get something from him, great. I'm more interested in what younger receivers are going to step up. And then number 3 was about a change of scenery for Derek Carr and if that'll do him any good. And obviously the questions around Derek Carr are the most interesting. But that's really the only one that I kind of agree on if I'm looking at my 3 biggest questions for the Saints in training camp. And I wanted to run through these right now and take a look at each of the things that I think are the 3 biggest questions facing the Saints in training camp. And what better way to put a soundtrack to that in prime time? All right, first of all, it is the Derek Carr question. And the way I would specifically ask it, is Derek Carr 2021 Matthew Stafford, or is he 2020 Andy Dalton? Long time with the franchise that drafted him. They part ways. 2 quarterbacks that went to different spots that had dramatically different results. In year 13, Matthew Stafford threw for 4,886 yards, 41 touchdowns, 17 picks, in 17 games and won the damn Super Bowl. After a decade in Cincinnati, Andy Dalton went to Dallas, played in 11 games, threw for 2,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 8 picks. And that's essentially what he's done in Chicago and New Orleans, and now he's going to Carolina. His career is over. Where is Derek Carr on that spectrum? I don't know that we're going to get that answer in camp, but certainly the Derek Carr question is the singular and most important question when you have any conversation about the Saints. Number 2 on the list. Do the Saints have any linebackers behind DeMario Davis and Pete Werner? Like any of them at all? Like if you looked at the roster, DeMario Davis at 34 years old is still a freak show. ESPN's doing its ranking of positions based by scouts and coaches and front office personnel. They got DeMario Davis as the 6th best linebacker. He's the only linebacker in football that plays literally every snap. He's not just a 3-down linebacker. He never comes off the field. He's getting better as he gets older. He's just a physical anomaly, a guy that he found the perfect situation in New Orleans after being in Cleveland and with the Jets. He found a perfect situation that used his skill set. He's a leader, community leader as well, and he just keeps getting better as he gets older. DeMario Davis is a total given. Pete Werner's an awesome player when he's on the field, but he's missed time in each of his 2 seasons in the NFL, so can he stay healthy? I don't know that. After those 2 guys, Bro, you ain't got nothing. Like, literally. You've got Andrew Dowell, who's played in 33 career games and has 22 total tackles. You've got two veterans in Ty Summers and Ryan Connolly, each who have played 4 NFL seasons. Summers has 52 games played, 58 tackles, basically a special teamer and a backup, who spent last year with the Saints. And then Ryan Connolly, who's entering his 5th NFL season also, has played in 31 career games with 30 tackles. Demario Davis has that in 2 weeks. After that, DeMarco Jackson, you drafted him. He missed all last year with an injury. Nafai Sewell and Anthony Orji, rookies who haven't played and were undrafted free agents. So after your first 2 guys, you ain't got nothing. Nobody. So you're looking, okay, what's a question in camp? Who steps up and proves they can actually play linebacker in the NFL behind the 2 guys you know that are a given, one of whom is injury prone? That is a massive question for the Saints defense. They'll need to work out in camp. And third, are Peyton Turner and Trevor Penning busts? Are those 2 more first-round busts? Obviously, we all hope not. But Peyton Turner is now 24 years old. We know the Saints took him in round 1 of the 2021 NFL draft. And in 2 seasons in the NFL, he's got a total of 28 tackles and 3 sacks. If he is healthy, he's a physically imposing guy at 6'6", 280, 270 is about where they list him, who can play inside or out. But can he get on the field? And then the same is true with Trevor Penning. Now, it's a little unfair to say that about Penning yet, but you used a mid-first round pick on Trevor Penning. You are looking at 2 offensive guards that are in their final year of their deal with Andres Pete and Cesar Ruiz, and a left tackle who is, I don't want to say an NFL journeyman, but has never been a dominant left tackle in James Hurst in the NFL. You drafted Trevor Penning, and I was hopeful for him a year ago, but he was injured. He made it back, and when he got back, he was a really good run blocker, but his pass blocking was atrocious. So you used a mid-first round pick. You expect that guy to come in year 1 and be a guy for you. Injury delayed that. Now that he's healthy, is he ready to go be a starter? Because if you break camp and Trevor Penning isn't your starting left tackle, that's a problem. If old James Hurst beats out the freak show athlete young guy you drafted to be your starting left tackle, that's a real problem. You have to start looking at this as that's probably another draft miss in round 1. And that, more so than salary cap issues and everything, have been what have hurt the Saints, have been their high-profile draft misses. You trade up to get Marcus Davenport. He never produces at that level. Use a first-rounder on Peyton Turner. He's sitting here going into year 3. You got nothing out of him. Trevor Penning last year, of course, part of that trade with the Eagles. And now look at where you are entering year 2 with him. That's, for me, the biggest thing. What about those guys that you invested big-time draft capital in? Are you going to get a return? You should know that coming out of camp, provided they're healthy. All right, 3 things I'm looking for as the Saints get ready for training camp here with the rookies reporting next week. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us. Love telling you about Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, doors, siding, Relief Windows, and ReliefWindows.com. I love, man, when you think about Relief Windows, think about the name. Wouldn't you love to get some relief from rising energy bills? I mean, every month. I mean, I'm a homeowner. Many of you are as well. You know what it's like to open up that mail every month with your energy bill and seeing that price? Like sticker shock. When it's 110 degrees outside and your AC has to work overtime, well, your energy bills are going up. That's why you need energy-efficient replacement windows from Relief Windows. You've heard Brandon say it before. They've got customers who've told me we save $200-$300 a month on their energy bills because of energy-efficient replacement windows. Don't get beat by this Louisiana heat. Install energy-efficient replacement windows as an investment into your home that in time will pay for itself. It's Relief Windows. Windows, doors, siding, Relief Windows, and ReliefWindows.com. All right, y'all. It is after further review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. We talked plenty of football over the last 4 days. Lane Kiffin said something yesterday, though, that I want to circle back to that we did not talk about at Media Days. We'll talk about that and also the preseason all SEC teams. Something happened in the voting that has not happened in 34 years. And we'll tell you what it is when we come back on AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. Give our friends over at River City's 1 Hour Air a call if you have any issues with your home central AC. They'll come out. Remember, as they always say, we're always on time or you don't pay a dime. They value your time and your money. How about this 5-star Google review that said, "Thank you, Jason, for your professionalism, your honesty, and your time. You told us everything that was wrong, explained all the options to us, and gave us prompt service. Called a little after 2 a.m. Spoke with an agent. They set up my report. And 6 a.m. they called to confirm the appointment. They called at 11 to tell us he was on the way, arrived at 12:15, finished the job at 11:15. So glad I called this company. How about that? Called at 2 a.m. and they were up and running the next day. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,500 off MSRP on all new 23 Ram 1500 Laramie trucks in stock. All with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Get 3.99% financing on select 2023 models at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. And we also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
So Ole Miss was at SEC Media Days on Thursday, leading off to wrap up the day. And aside from talking about his quarterback situation and Quinshon Judkins, who's a magnificent young running back, Lane Kiffin said something that got a lot of attention. I'll play it for you briefly here, then I'll react. Here it is.
Imagine like in professional sports, which again we are. So as far as it is with players, that you're coaching a player in camp and then they go, you know what, I don't like the way you're coaching me. I've graduated, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go play for another team. And teams know that. I mean, people pre-portal, and they know who's going in, they know who's graduated, so you're really dealing with that too, and that messes kids up. I say, like, it's really challenging for a kid. He's working out with his team in the off season, but then other schools are calling him about going there and him being fully invested when, hey, the strength coach yells at me, or I don't like where I am on the depth chart, and I can leave. That's not really a good setup.
He would go on to say that college football, the current state of college football is a, quote, disaster. So we've got professional sports, except with no salary cap or luxury tax. He said, quote, I'm not complaining about it because we take advantage of, obviously, a free agency. Of course, they've netted 3 quarterbacks out of the portal, Jackson Dart, Spencer Sanders, and Walker Howard. But he said, quote, that's the world we live in. I don't think that's really good for college football. These massive overhauls of rosters every year really are not in the best interest of college football. Okay, a couple things. And y'all know how I feel on this, so I'm not going to restate things that you've heard me say or hammer points that you already know I've made. But I just want to illustrate one of the things that I've said often, which is the only people who are massively inconvenienced by the transfer portal or NIL are coaches who are trying to maintain their rosters. It's very difficult to maintain your roster when you've introduced an opportunity for players to leave so easily. A couple of things, though. Number one, Kiffin said NIL is basically a pay-for-play system where players follow the money and these teams with the deepest pockets get the best talent. Okay. How is that any different than anything that's ever existed in college football? Can I just take a quick moment? Muse, open your mic, please. Tell me, let's just real quick, best programs in college football, just off the top of your head. Go.
Michigan, Alabama, Ohio State, USC, Notre Dame. We're talking historically, not currently. LSU, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida.
That's enough. Okay. Just off the top of his head with no prompting, Muso named 7 of the top 10 richest programs in college football in 2023 by revenue. Ohio State, Texas, Bama, Michigan, LSU, Florida, Oklahoma. Just off the top of his head. You left off Georgia.
Oops, my bad.
The 2-time defending national champ. A&M and Penn State. All the best teams already have all the money. That's how it's always been. You have to have money to win. You hire the best coaches. You build the best facilities. Are you kidding me? LSU builds first-class airplane pods in their freaking locker room. Texas has flat-screen TVs in every kid's locker. Bama has a barber shop in its football ops building. Remember cost of attendance? All the small schools didn't like it because they couldn't afford it. The big schools were like, we don't care if you can't afford it. We can, and if you try to hold us back, we'll just break away and do our own thing. Under the table payments. That happened. Yeah. What are we talking about? Lane? Oh, the deepest pockets. They get the best talent. That's how it's always been. It's just the money was going into first-class airplane pods, flat-screen TVs, palatial buildings, all of those things. Now it's going to the players. Okay. You're just redistributing the money that's already been flowing into these programs. That's one. And two, he said these massive overhauls of rosters every year aren't in the best interest of college football. Why? What's the most popular sport in the United States of America? It's the NFL. They have massive roster overhauls every year. People still watch. Why do people still watch? Why do you watch the NFL? Muse, why do you watch the NFL? You got a favorite team? You got a favorite team? You love football?
Saints.
You gonna watch the Saints?
Gonna watch the Saints.
What if the Saints sign 15 free agents next year? You're gonna watch them?
I'm gonna watch them.
Or are you gonna be really bummed that all your favorite players are gone?
No.
There was massive roster overhaul. It's not in the best interest. Nobody cares. Fans don't care. You care if the narrative is crammed down your throat, but every Saturday, when you genuflect at these cathedrals of college football, your actions prove you don't care, and I'm right there with you. Do you think anybody in Baton Rouge cares that Joe Burrow was a transfer? Do you think people are going to think less of LSU defensively when Omar Speights gets a strip sack because he transferred in? Are you out of your mind? People just want to win. They just want their team to win. It's cliche, but it's not about the name on the back. It's about the name on the front or the helmet or whatever. You got it. I'll say it again. Find me a student athlete anywhere who's like, man, this NIL and transfer portal thing, whoo-wee, terrible idea. I can't believe they're letting us make money. I can't believe they're empowering us to go wherever we want to go play football. They got to shut this thing down. It's bad for college football. Please find me any player ever who said that. The only people complaining about NIL and the portal are millionaire coaches who are inconvenienced because it is now harder to maintain your roster. And I'm not sympathetic at all for Lane Kiffin making, what's his new contract, $6 million? $6 million a year for Kiffin? Oh, darn. Lane Kiffin making $6 million a year. I think it might actually be more than that now. Oh, what you got?
At $9 million a year, bro.
Oh, my God.
$9 million a year.
I was only off by $3 million. Lane Kiffin's making $9 million this year, and I'm supposed to feel badly for the guy making $9 million because it's harder to maintain his roster. Kick rocks, dork. He's not really a dork, though. I think he's funny. Did you see his answer about the kid who was like, hey, you look my mom?
It was so good.
What's your mom's name? It's really good. And Erica loves him, too, because he does TikTok dances with his daughters. My wife doesn't know anything about sports at all. She just thinks he's hilarious and sweet because he does TikTok dances with his daughters. Okay, we're brought to you by the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, on Ambassador Caffrey, by the way, and online at theantiagingclinics.com. Theantiagingclinics.com was by there today. The Bluebonnet location is just fabulous. Bluebonnet right near Perkins. You can't miss it. Big, gorgeous building. Giant sign. The digital sign out front as well. Can't miss it where they are. Walk-ins are always welcome, but you can schedule your appointment at theantiagingclinics.com. Call them at 753-1234, 753-1234, or schedule an appointment at theantiagingclinics.com. You want to look and feel like your younger self? They can help. Theantiagingclinics.com, theantiagingclinics.com. Okay, it's normally where we do around the SEC. I want to run through we don't need the music. I don't need the. Yeah, well, just hit the open anyway. So we have the open. Go ahead. Nope, not that open. Different open. That's the show open. I need the Around the SEC open muse. Hit it.
Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products. Excellence in imaging solutions.
Okay, so preseason all-conference team for the SEC was released today, and I will tell you candidly that you should not put much stock into this at all. Yesterday, so the ballots were emailed to the media in attendance yesterday, and they were due by 5 o'clock. We were literally in an Uber on the way to the airport, and it was so mundane that I handed my phone to Hester, and I said, do this, please. And so he did. For several of the positions, some of them I did, some of them he did. I don't know. It just, if you look at the first team all SEC, if you looked at this, the first team all SEC defense, have you seen this?
I have.
There are 3 teams represented on the first team all SEC defense. Paul, do you know? Have you looked at it?
I have not.
Okay, Paul, can you guess? You've not looked at it. Can you just guess what 3 teams are represented on the first team all SEC defense?
I'll go Georgia, Bama, LSU.
Holy God, you're a genius. Give him a ding. I tell you what. It's so ridiculous. Like, nobody actually gives any thought to this whatsoever. So I wouldn't. It's just, what name do I recognize? Vote for him. That's really what this boils down to. So whatever. What is interesting herein is that Jaden Daniels was named the preseason first team all-SEC quarterback. How about this? And I did confirm this today with Todd Politz over at LSU. That is the first time since Tommy Hodson in 1989 that LSU has had a quarterback on the first team preseason All-SEC. How about that nugget? First time since 1989 with Tommy Hodson. Incredible. Jamarcus in 2006 was second team in the preseason behind Chris Leak, who was voted first team preseason All-Conference. Burrow, of course, in 2019 wasn't the preseason All-SEC conference pick. He was at the end of the season. But going into a season, LSU has not had the preseason first-team All-SEC quarterback since Tommy Hodson in 1989. Jaden Daniels changed that. Malik Neighbors and Will Campbell were also first-teamers. Mason Taylor, a second-teamer at tight end. Emory Jones, a third-teamer at offensive line. On the defensive side, 3 first-teamers. Mekhi Wingo, Mason Smith, and Harold Perkins. Despite the fact that Mason Smith didn't play last year, they still got him on the preseason first-team All-SEC. And Major Burns was a third-team defensive back, preseason All-SEC. Slade Roy, second-team long snapper, and Nathan Dybert. They had a kickoff specialist option this year, and Nathan Dybert was the second-team All-SEC kickoff specialist. So 11 Tigers in all on the preseason All-SEC list. Okay, it's after further review. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll wrap up hour number 1. Muse will do Tigers and the Pros. Theriot in 15 minutes. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
I'm Chris Nakamoto, and here's what we're working on for our stories on WBRZ Channel 2 tonight. Baton Rouge police addressing crime numbers today. Homicides are down in Baton Rouge by 14% compared to this time last year. Police Chief Murphy Paul says the progress they are seeing is due to a community response. Multiple agencies are working together to help victims before and after deadly crimes are committed. I'm Chris Nakamoto from WBRZ. Watch more tonight on WBRZ Channel 2.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
This summer, retirement is a state of mind. Whether it's a mid-morning activity or an early bird special. Grab a Coors Light and chill like you're retired.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
after further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, we are wrapping up hour number 1. Theriot, a little more than 10 minutes from right now. Right now, though, Musso has Tigers in the Pro.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, where Baton Rouge gets engaged.
We got a good bit to get to here today, but I want to start with a first for a very recent former Tiger. That's Braden Jobert. Got his first professional hit today in the Cardinals organization. He's in single A ball with the Palm Beach Cardinals. Here's how it sounded in the first inning.
As the day goes on, it's a totally different looking team than the one that played yesterday. This ball is sent out to deep right center. Tracking and diving is Dominguez. He missed. It's going to go to the wall. And Jobert, carrying his helmet with him, goes all the way to third. It's a stand-up triple, an RBI, and it's a 2-0 lead.
Well done by Braden Jobert.
Good job, Braden Jobert. Also, you know why guys pass on minor league ball to come to college.
Yeah.
The last time Braden Jobert hit a triple, it probably sounded a lot. Cue the audio again, Muse.
Is sent out to deep right center. Tracking and diving is Dominguez. He missed.
I just need
It's
the
going to
audio.
go to the wall. And Jobert, carrying his helmet with him, goes all the way to third. It's a stand-up triple.
Nary a sound. I think there's 2 people who clap.
Yeah, crickets.
That's why college baseball has a huge selling point right there. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Also of note, Braden Jobert played third base today for those Palm Beach Cardinals.
How about Jobert?
Yeah, man. Jobert. Good Lord.
Get it, Jobert.
All right, Major League Baseball. We'll get back to the minors momentarily. Last night, Jake Fraley, another solid day. 2 for 4 for the Reds. Scored a run, single, and his 12th double of the season. Reds got the victory 5-1. The Houston Astros beat the Oakland Athletics. They were clinging to a 2-1 lead in the 9th inning on the road in the Bay Area when Alex Bregman stepped to the plate.
Bregman drives one deep to left field. Back goes Kemp. He'll look up. That ball's gone. Alex Bregman with a Breggy bomb to left, number 14 on the year. And the Astros get an insurance run. It's 3-1.
Big insurance run. That would be the final tally in that game. So Bregman giving the Houston Astros the breathing room that they needed. Minor League Baseball will go back there. Cole Henry was on the bump last night. Another short outing. They're really bringing him back slowly off the injury. An inning 2/3 to start it. 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and then was lifted in the ball game. And then we find ourselves with Paul Gervais.
A little surprised you're going here. I'm not going to
Why?
lie to you.
No, see, but you think I'm going a certain direction, and I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
So last night, Paul Gervais recorded save number 5 on the season. Shutout inning, no walks, 1 punch out, lowered the ERA to 1.19 on the year. We have to take advantage of every opportunity we have right now, Matt, with this, because I don't know if Paul Gervais is going to be playing for the Brooklyn Cyclones next year.
Who might be? Didn't somebody go there? Who went
Landon
there?
Marceau did get traded.
Traded.
He got traded. He's on the developmental list right now, so he's got to get off that.
Who else? Did somebody just get drafted?
Did somebody get drafted by the Mets? Oh, it was Christian Little, but he's coming back to school. So, I mean, look, Gervais, 5 saves, ERA of 1.19. He entered the game yesterday second in all of minor league baseball with his ERA. I'm sure that's where you thought I was going with that. But did get on the bump and lowered it even more. You did. And I was like, yeah, you're going to send that to me when you're not even here. You dance to the song. Lastly.
Oh, you know who I did see in Nashville?
Who's that?
Reggie.
Oh, yeah.
Came right up to me. Said, love the dance.
Loving it.
Love it.
Reggie did love the dancing, man. Oh.
Shout out Reggie Chapman.
Open champion.
Brother from another.
Open championship. Sam Burns is 6 over par. He shot 4 over today. It's not looking good for Sam. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, LMFJ.com. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Even if they don't have the exact ring you're looking for, they can custom make whatever it is you are looking for within your budget. Just check them out. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Okay, Theriot coming up after the top of the hour. The Right Radio Hours. Looking forward to it. Plenty more football to talk about today, and glad to have you hanging out with us. It's Friday AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
AFR.
Hey, remember I tell you every day about Mold Zero, and one of the things that I would really recommend if you're curious is to go to the website at mold-0usa.com. I know it's long and confusing. If you can't remember, just shoot me an email or text or something. I'll send you the link back. But mold-0usa.com. Always get a free estimate. The contact information is always there as well. But if you scroll down, you can see both pictures and videos of this patented non-toxic dry fog treatment that I tell you about. It's totally safe for everyone and everything in your family. You don't have to remove anything, not even plants or anything at all. Just leave the house. They'll come in. They'll spray. As soon as all the fog dissipates, boom, you're back in a fresh-smelling, mold-free home or office building or apartment complex or whatever it may be. It's Mold Zero. Residential or commercial buildings, check them out. mold-0usa.com.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown with breaking news. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports the Panthers will sign this year's #1 overall pick, quarterback Bryce Young, to a 4-year deal worth just under $38 million. Carolina rookies are scheduled to report to training camp tomorrow. Adam also reports veteran running back Melvin Gordon III will sign a 1-year deal with the Ravens. There are now 3 lawsuits related to the Northwestern hazing scandal. There could be more. And according to attorney Margaret Battersby Black, one of the lawyers for the former players, there may be more to the story.
I have heard some reports of what they feel was racist culture or stereotyping by coaches. I'm going to be bringing forward some of these allegations next week, and I think that you'll hear what my clients have to say about that is very consistent with the reporting that's out there.
Margaret Battersby Black on Greeny. 4-time NBA All-Star Kemba Walker signs a 1-year contract to play for AS Monaco in France.
Hey, this is Freddie Coleman, and coming up on Monday, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Jordan Love. I can't wait to tell you who is on my list of players that are heading into a make-or-break season. You better not miss it at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
Let's ride.
It's that Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You picture better reload.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot. Presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette. And online at alphacustoms.net.
How's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
I have a good idea. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wake pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Theriot around third. He heads for home. Here's the throw. He is safe. Packers win. Go.
Hour 2 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yusuf. We're here. Glad you are as well. Make it a good one. Yeah, bro. Hey.
A little afternoon coffee in me. I'm ready to go.
Afternoon coffee.
Afternoon coffee. I did it.
How much coffee do you drink in a day? I mean, you always walk in here with your coffee.
Went pretty hard today. I've been waking up early, like 3:15, 3:30 every morning.
Why?
I have no idea.
Like up for the day?
Okay,
or
like-
you're just waking up, going to take a leak, and going back to bed?
Like up, rested, ready to go. Okay? And I'll get up, like brush my teeth, and I look, and I'm like, all right, go back, lay back down.
Yeah,
dude. Grow up.
Yeah.
And so
grow up.
So my days have been starting earlier, and so it's more coffee is what's happening. So I normally stop at about 8:39. I'll keep a cup of coffee in my hand from, I would say, 7 to 8:30. I don't know how much I drink, but I have and then I stop. Then I go to water.
That's so weird because like every Friday you come in here with a coffee cup.
Well, this is afternoon coffee. Now it may or may not be mixed with a little.
I'm joking. We just know we know it's your spit cup.
No, but look, there's coffee in there.
No, that's fine.
And feel it. It's warm.
No, that's fine.
I just made it.
I believe you.
Smell it.
We all know that you're not sipping your coffee when you come in here. You're spitting into the coffee cup. Like we all know what that is.
Right.
Like you're not fooling. I don't get why like you think you're fooling anybody.
I mean, sometimes maybe.
Literally 0 of the times.
All right, tell me if this looks like I'm spitting.
All right, let me see.
Or if I'm drinking.
Here we go. I'm just gonna watch the TV.
Muse.
Like I'm
honestly, Muse. Be honest.
All right, like I'm watching the TV. All right, here we go.
You ready?
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep. Get your
drink or spit.
I mean, honestly, it looked like a drink, but I know he was spitting.
I've been working on that for. This is.
I know he was spitting into it.
I was in I'd be in Seba with a huge dip in for my coffee, and then it would go right here. I cannot take credit for that, though.
I also know you don't swallow.
I can't take credit.
You do a little tilt back so it looks like you're sipping, but you don't ever swallow the coffee.
You never
swallow the coffee. Yeah. It's because you're not drinking coffee. You're spitting into that cup, which nobody cares.
I get it.
You're in Louisiana, man.
You do what you want.
I went to dinner with my buddy Richard Cross, who's on Sports Talk Mississippi. One night we're in Nashville, and he's like, "And go back to the room, just put a huge dip in, and pass out." I'm like,
go to sleep with it?
That's what I said. He's like, no, I'll not go sleep with it. Just get in bed and spit, and then anyway. My points don't matter.
That was his routine.
No, but it's fine.
Who's that guy?
Richard Cross.
He's a guy.
He's a guy. Richard Cross.
He's a man's man right there, buddy.
Yeah.
My dad used to fall asleep in his chair with a dip in his mouth.
So good.
I know. I'm like, what a gangster.
And boy, Randy.
Look at that G right there.
How about Randy? What a G Randy
boy,
is.
Pops. Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to him. All right. So what else? How else has your week gone?
It's been a good week.
See you there. I've been gone. We haven't talked to you.
I followed you.
SC Media Days. You just blow and go.
I followed you. You did good, man. Had some good guests. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
man.
Well. It is a lot of work. I'm not complaining. All right, I say it all like we ain't building a railroad here. I'm not digging ditches. I'm just sitting around talking about sports.
Yeah.
But you gotta hustle when you're there.
Getting it.
It's 1,000 credential media all trying to get the same interviews. I mean, you gotta hustle. So we hustle, man.
It's a pretty busy week for us. It's a good week.
Okay.
Busy week, good week. Summer's kind of starting to wind down, so we're trying to fit like all the fun stuff in, and a little beach trip coming up. That'll be good. And so
30A, you got your shirt.
Well,
you got your bumper stickers.
Funny you say that. I think I want to go to 30A. Honestly,
can I come?
So I think I'm gonna do it.
Can I come?
I need a tip on a house.
Can I come?
Yeah, sure. I'd love that.
I'm in.
But I do have a few observations from this week, some things that have been kind of bugging me a little bit, and
okay.
I could be off base here, but I'm just gonna go for it regardless.
I did this for every interview I did during media days. Look up.
Hey.
I do a selfie and then tweet the link whenever a guest was coming. I'm gonna do that right now while you read your letter.
So yeah, a couple things. So this letter is written to, it's really, I guess, the youth of Baton Rouge specifically, but I think it probably goes a little bit further out than that. But and it's directed toward their fashion trends. Okay. And so the title, I guess, is Dear, I don't know, Dear Fashion Trends would be one of them. Yeah.
Or is it to the youth or to the fashion trends? Hey, just go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just go ahead.
That's a good question.
Just go ahead.
Okay, here we go. I was once a kid who, looking back, may have made some questionable fashion choices. Jinko jeans. Familiar?
Oh.
Paul, you got those?
I'm Googling the exact image you're talking about right now.
Jinko jeans were absolutely atrocious. I was that guy. I had them. Big, stupid. I wouldn't say bell bottoms because the entire leg was like this huge, like it was big. It wasn't bell bottoms. They were
big.
They were
baggy.
Just big-legged jeans. And they were super expensive, by the way.
I know.
They were bad. And they looked stupid, but for some reason I thought it was a good look, and so I wanted them and I wore them. All right? Along with the Jinko jeans, Rhino here sported a choker necklace. He sure did.
He did.
With little balls. They were tight.
Right there.
They were choker.
Right by the Adam's apple.
Right on the Adam's apple.
That wouldn't move when you're spitting because you're not drinking coffee.
Choker necklace. That was me. And also followed it up with the Dumb and Dumber haircut. So I would come down with the bangs a little bit, and then they were right there, like the Julius Caesar. That was that guy. It's a really bad look. Like, really, really bad look. but I will be damned if I didn't try to pull it off. And boy, I did it. I once had both ears pierced, Matt. Both of them. Oh, yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
You shut your mouth.
Hoops, not studs.
Don't believe you.
2 earrings. And I used to cut lines in the side of my head over at Broadmoor Barbershop. My man, Oscar, he did that.
I've heard stories about Oscar. Did work.
Yeah, Oscar was a guy. He's a legend. Phil was in there. Phil couldn't see very good, so nobody ever sat in Phil's chair. But Oscar was in there, and he was a dude. And I understand that in the moment, those choices were the cool thing to do. But today, in 2023, there's a few things that both male and females do that need to be addressed. Okay? I just want to talk about them. And I hope somebody would have done this, like maybe Condon, because he was doing this, 50 years ago. Maybe like somebody would have talked about this when we were doing it.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with the boys, and specifically their hairstyle. All right, here we go. Okay, so the length is fine with the hair. But for some reason, these fellas take their hands, Matt, right here, and they do this in the front, and then the hair goes straight out, and you get like the poof straight out in the front.
What's Johnny Danger? Is that the what's the cartoon? The big blonde?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, like that?
I guess. I don't know Johnny Bravo.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me look it up.
You don't know Johnny Bravo?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Here you go. Here's the guy.
Pull him up.
Let's see. This guy. Oh man, not him.
Not that guy.
It's not. Gosh dog it, Paulie, pull up a Johnny Bravo picture. Look, this guy. You never seen Johnny Bravo? That guy. Never seen him?
Yeah, I've seen that guy. No, that's way too like.
Well, it's a caricature, dude. It's
structured.
Okay.
The hair goes out, not up. Have you seen this?
No.
You guys seen this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, bro, this is a thing. Right here, out. Horrible. All right, so that's a thing.
Okay.
It's happening right now. They look like roosters, actually. There's no rhyme or reason as to what they're trying to accomplish. Actually, the more messy, the better. That's what they want. It's a really ugly hairstyle, and anyone who thinks it looks good is dumb. Houston, I'm talking to you, kind of.
Oh.
Okay. We've talked about, and they do it, and he does it. And I'm like, bro, stop doing that. Why do y'all do that? And that's just what everybody does. And I'm sure somebody saw me walking Classic Avenue in my Jinko jeans and went, why is he wearing that?
Why is he wearing that?
He looks like, why did he cut his hair like Lloyd Christmas?
Yeah.
So I get it.
That's what young people do.
Driving down Nicholson the other day, minding my own business. Spotted a few kids walking to the bars in Tigerland, as they like to do. That was me one day, years ago. The girls were dressed normal, but the dudes looked like legit homeless people. Like real homeless people.
Maybe they were homeless people.
They had beat up tennis shoes and sandals, a couple of them, some old dirty khaki shorts and a t-shirt that doesn't really fit, and a dirty hat. I'm almost positive that they hadn't showered prior to heading out, and there is zero chance that these guys had on deodorant. Okay.
Oof.
The crazy thing is, the girls didn't seem to care. Right? They had a chance to hook up, and they probably were dressed like a bum.
Do girls like that?
I don't know.
Is that the thing?
Maybe.
You have 2 daughters. Ask them.
I don't know.
These are your children.
Talking about boys. They're not allowed to talk to boys. They don't talk to boys.
You are describing the generation you're describing. You have 3 children in that generation. You have 3 high school children.
I will give my son some credit on this. He doesn't do that.
Houston's going to be a senior.
He takes pride in what he looks like.
You have a senior, a junior, and a
presentation.
A senior, junior, sophomore. Ask them. You just cracked on Houston's for his hair.
But now he dresses like he's tight.
Okay.
So I'm at Top Golf the other day with the fam.
Yep.
I'm getting into golfing, by the way, you guys.
I can't believe this.
I am. I'm
Genuinely can't believe that. I actually don't believe you.
I'm getting into it. My
Top Golf is not golfing, by the way.
Well, kind of.
No.
Well, you can play the game like this. No?
No.
Okay, well, it's introducing me to golfing.
You're into Top Golf. That's cool.
I'm into Top Golf.
I love Top Golf. That's great. You're not into golfing.
I'm into Top Golf.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. And I want to get into golfing.
I would love that if you did.
Okay. Do you golf?
I love to golf.
Well, let's do it together.
I would love to golf with you.
Okay.
I've tried to do this before, and you stand me up.
I want to golf.
Okay.
All right. So I'm at Topgolf the other day with the fam. My girls had a group of their friends meet them there. So they were in the bay, like right next to us, doing what teenage girls do, Matt. You know what that is? Snapping.
Oh, snap.
Snapping. They were
That's a thing?
snapping.
Snapchat's still a thing? You sure they weren't TikToking?
They were snapping.
Okay.
They were TikToking. They were scripting pictures for the gram, you know, like the scripted thing. And so, really golfing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until about 30 minutes into this whole scenario that I realized that they were all dressed the same, every one of them.
Yeah.
So it's like 8 or 9 of them, like exactly the same. They didn't call each other to coordinate outfits. They just all wear the same stuff. No individuality here, like zero. Tennis skirt that's way too short. You got that?
Yeah.
You seen this?
Yeah.
And a crop tank. That's the name of the thing, a crop tank.
God bless. Like, I feel really bad.
They all were wearing the same thing.
I know.
Just different colors. A few years ago, it was the hoodies in summer. I think we actually talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
I thought it was really dumb.
My niece was wearing, like, she'd wearing family stuff, 110 degrees, wearing a hoodie. I'm like, Reese, why are you wearing a hoodie?
Yeah, no,
So-
I thought...
But the boys do that too. My nephew Eli would do the same thing.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really dumb that they wore the hoodies, but now I wish it would come back, okay? Because at least they weren't dressing like a recently divorced mom who's chumming the water every chance she gets, okay? Low-cut tank tops, tennis skirts, leave nothing to the imagination, are inappropriate for you young ladies. Inappropriate. I don't like it. Y'all need to cover that stuff up. You're too young. Clean your act up.
Okay.
Sincerely, Ryan.
Okay. We're all laughing because we know it's completely true. All right, it's after further review. We'll continue next. Stay here.
AFR.
Are the Therios going to Clegg's this weekend? Seems like that's a pretty regular spot and stop for you all on Saturdays.
Maybe not Saturday because we had a soccer ID camp thing at UL, but maybe Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, sure. Sunday. It's always a great day to get by Clegg's, any of the 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. You want to go buy some flowers? Look, you know what's good about getting in the garden? I tell you all the time, just plant something. You can get outside. You can get a little exercise, get a little sun without being like overextended or overexerted, which is hard to do, man. It's hard to go like for some people to go run or do exercise outside when it's 110 degrees. So get in the garden and just plant something. Any of the 4 locations, full greenhouses of flowers and plants and all the trees and shrubs that you might want to plant. Or Johnny Naylor Seeds, trying to plant that vegetable garden.
Yes.
There's Johnny Naylor right there on the commercial.
That's Johnny.
That's Johnny right there.
Look at him.
Or anything you'd find at a True Value hardware store they have at Clegg's Nursery. So buy local, shop local. Tell them I sent you to Clegg's Nursery.
Bayou Ford has $8,000 off MSRP, plus 1.9% financing on new 23 Ford F-150 XLT trucks, along with Bayou Ford's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Are you going to watch the Women's World Cup?
Yeah.
The girls are big into soccer.
Heck yeah, I'm going to watch that. When does it start? It started,
They play today is the
Yeah.
first game. The women play Vietnam today in the first game.
Yeah, we're watching that.
I mean,
tonight?
I've been locked into this thing ready for this thing for weeks and months.
Yeah, I'm watching that. We're in that. We're on that tonight. Every goal, every minute. FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. It's going to be on Fox.
You just pulled that up on your app, didn't you?
Yep. Spain and Costa Rica
Yeah,
highlights.
I heard it in SportsCenter at the top of the hour. Didn't even know it was happening.
So who do we got? We got Vietnam.
Play Vietnam. Yep.
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
I wonder if they're any good.
Don't know. Probably not. If we're playing them in the first, we're really good. And
we are good?
Oh, yeah. We've won 2 straight World Cups, Women's World Cups. Trying to be the first ever to win 3 straight. How about that little factoid? Men or women. Trying to be the first ever to win 3 straight.
Messi's going to make his debut tonight.
For the Women's World Cup?
No, for Inter Miami. He came across the pond. We got Messi over here. A little soccer talk. What was Soccer PM? Remember Soccer PM? At the Londoner. Remember that? And Gordy would go. And Hester.
Oh my God.
He'd come on at like 9:30 of like Wednesday nights.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
What a pull. Oh,
Soccer PM. The Londoner.
Do you want to call Luke?
Luke, it was Luke.
It was Luke from the Londoner, Luke Betts.
I'd love to get Luke on.
Luke from the Londoner.
Talk a little football.
Oh my God! So for those that are unaware, Soccer PM was like a Sunday night, 8 p.m. on Sunday night show with
It's right before like the Jaguar
3 guys who I'm sure were really nice. Great, I'm sure they're great dudes, but they did a soccer show at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night that not a soul listened to. And
it went Skip and Cano, Jaguar Journal, and then, Soccer PM. Riveting 3 hours of radio.
Let's do Kick Rocks. I don't want to go any further down that. Just
Stay
go.
out,
Hit it,
Gordy.
hit it.
It's time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick Rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick Rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge. Or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick Rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
They can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
I will tell you this as the program director of this station.
Am I in trouble?
No. Soccer PM will never be on this air again as long as I'm the program director of this station. With respect to 100.3 ESPN New Orleans, 93.7 Alexandria, ESPN 103.7 Lafayette, ESPN 104.1 Lake Charles. I love all of our affiliates. But I have no bearing over the rest of their lineup. But on this station in Baton Rouge,
Ain't happening.
Soccer PM will never see the light of day again.
Remember one time, like, there was a game because of the time change. There was a game at like 7:30 in the morning, and they were like, they did kegs and eggs, and it was Gordy and Hester and all. Like, they like spent the night over there at the Londoner. That happened. I remember that.
God bless. All right, just hurry up and do Kick Rocks.
Hey, every running back in the NFL that's complaining about how much money they're getting paid can kick rocks. Okay?
Kick rocks.
You guys can kick rocks. You don't like it? Be more impactful.
Ooh.
You don't like it? Play better. You don't like it? Play a different position.
Okay, now that's...
Okay? Just play.
Go play linebacker.
Go play linebacker. Play a slot wide receiver. Whatever. It's the way that it works, okay? You're not getting devalued. You're just not used in the offense. Like, I think the game is changing a little bit. Will it go back? Maybe. Probably not. Good. Just is what it is. So all you guys complaining about it in Kick Rocks, not going to do anything.
Kick rocks.
For those of you who haven't been, I'm sure most everybody has, but for those of you that haven't been to Nashville's a wonderful city.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, literally just got back there yesterday.
I was there.
You were there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was there recently as well. I've gone a couple times here the last year or two, and I love Nashville. I love Tennessee. I lived in Jackson, Tennessee for a couple years. West
right.
Tennessee over there. So I'm a fan. No state tax. Shout out.
Oh, okay.
Nashville's great. Country music, the whole deal. But it's a cool city. You get a lot of, like, bachelorette parties, and it's just a fun vibe. But they're turning it into... like...
It's clean Bourbon Street is what Broadway is.
Today. But if it stays on the path that it's on right now from a growth and expansion standpoint, it won't be.
Yeah.
It will be New York City, in the middle of the country.
Just looking out my window, and we were at the Grand Hyatt in downtown, I could count 8 cranes just looking out my window. That's how much construction.
Rolling, bro.
They told us, the convention visitor people told us while we were there, an average of 100 people are moving to Nashville every day. 100 people a day. Moving.
I don't like that.
That city, they're constructing a city on top of the city that currently exists. It is wild how much construction is going on there.
Good city. Shout out. So the construction in Nashville can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Lane Kiffin saying the NIL is legalized cheating can kick rocks. Okay.
Kick rocks.
Here's what we got here. First off, you look just like one of those guys I was describing during the media day thing.
What's up with that?
Brush your hair, bro. Look presentable. That whole skit, like the I don't care skit, I'm the cool fun guy, it's tired. It's tired. All right. Don't get pissed, Lane, because you don't have people that'll pay the guys to come play for you, okay? Don't get pissed because your facilities stink. And stay out of the tanning bed, for Christ's sake.
I don't know. That looks natural.
Yeah, it looks real natural to me.
You don't think that's natural?
No.
Oh, that's natural.
That's a spray tan if I've ever seen one. No. And I know what a spray tan looks like.
Now, that I believe. But that's really, because look at his forehead is way dark.
That's not natural.
Yeah, that's natural. That's a natural.
No, nobody has that hair color with that type of skin.
Yeah,
tone.
no, then the hair is sun bleached for sure. That's natural.
Why is he trying to look like a movie star? I'm off Lane Kiffin. Off him. Totally off him. Hope
Erica
he falls
loves
on his
him.
face.
Erica loves Lane Kiffin.
He can kick rocks.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
That's it. That's what I got.
Kick Rocks brought to you by Ruckus. Get on by Ruckus. See Ronnie Paul and the gang over at Ruckus. I was over there a couple weeks ago. Love getting by there, man. Went without you because you bailed on me. That's all right. Or you can go to ruckus103.com. That's RUKUS, ruckus103.com.
I'm going to go right now.
We tell you about the kicks all the time, but they got great apparel, Ruckus gear and other brands as well. Jeans. If you're a skater, I mean, you can go get your board and everything there as well. I'm not a skater at all. I just love the sneakers. So if you're into sneaker culture, you can go to the website, check out everything that they have right there. You actually bought some Vans, didn't you?
I've got 2 pair of Vans from there. I bought some jeans from there, too, that I really like.
Got some Nike SBs. Love the Blazers.
Look at the Force are kind of sick. Now, they got all kind of good stuff over there. They really do. The selection's amazing, but the selection is not the best part of your visit to Ruckus.
People
It's
are great.
The people that are there, that greet you, that ask how your day's going, and when you leave, thank you for coming in there and shopping.
True.
And it's just a different culture. It's a different vibe. And one of my favorite places, truly, to go in Baton Rouge.
Ruckus103.com, RUKUS, Ruckus103.com. Okay, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us here. When we were here last week, we were sort of recapping the MLB draft. Well, now we got an update on the signees. That the signing deadline is in 4 days. It's the 25th. So everyone that was drafted, you have until was it Tuesday to sign? Wednesday? No, today's Friday. Tuesday. You have until Tuesday, the 25th, to sign or make your decision what you're going to do. So we'll get you an update on what we know. Guys that have signed, guys that have announced coming back, contracts, all that sort of stuff. We'll do that when we come back. Get to Ask Ryan in 15 minutes. Got a question for Theriot. Get it in. You can email us, tweet us, jump in the Buy Ford YouTube chat, or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan in about 15 minutes on AFR.
AFR.
Man, I love telling you about the Renaissance Hotel.
Tell me about it.
Right there on Bluebonnet. It's a gorgeous facility. It's a 4-diamond hotel. More suites than any other hotel in Baton Rouge, by the way. So if you're looking for luxury accommodations, the Renaissance, literally no place better. Also, Tallulah inside the Renaissance. It's a Friday. It's 4:30. Maybe you're knocking off work, looking for a happy hour. Get on by Tallulah. Maybe you're looking for dinner plans tonight. They have a casual, upscale dining experience at Tallulah, and there's indoor-outdoor flow. So the outdoor seating, they have this big old fire pit that's like in a semicircle of a water feature with bar stools up above. It's gorgeous. It's a great way to go experience an indoor-outdoor vibe at a bar with great food as well. It's Tallulah inside the Renaissance Hotel right there on Bluebonnet. There was the fire pit right there. There it is right there. And then also, of course, if you're looking to hold an event, no place better than the Renaissance Hotel in Baton Rouge. Get on by and see our friends today at the Renaissance Hotel.
It was a humid day, barefoot children play, looking for that summer shade. Time just slips away. Oh, Louisiana, some kind of hold on me. Like cypress stumps, your roots are planted deep inside of me.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you.
gosh, look.
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, rolling along here, Friday edition of AFR. Theriot's in studio. We get to ask Ryan in about 10 minutes from right now. Last week when Theriot was here, the MLB draft had come and gone. We were sort of assessing where everyone had been picked. Now that a week has passed, we have a much better sense of who's going to be returning for LSU, who is already signed. So, Muse, if you would, let's run through this and catch us up on what we know.
All right, so let's start with the guys who have signed their professional contract. We know, obviously, Paul Skeens, right, number 1 overall with the Pirates, $9.2 million, a record signing bonus in MLB draft history.
The other thing that was interesting about that, while I was in Nashville, I saw some videos of him, like, in his uniform. They're at PNC, and, like, he was throwing out on the field, too. What do you think happens with him this year? They're going to shut him down, right? They got to.
I would think so. What was that, 130 innings this year?
I don't know his
I think he's
total
around
number.
130. Yeah, I mean, look.
That sounds about right. Probably around there.
I think you probably shut him down this year, and then next year you invite him to big league camp and see what it looks like. If they were to make a playoff run or a push to get the playoffs, maybe you call him up in September. But a guy like that, man, you just make sure he's healthy for the long haul.
All right, who else we got, Muse?
Ty Floyd, of course, signed with the Cincinnati Reds. Signing bonus $2.09 million for Floyd.
The thing about Floyd that I know he said it when he got picked. What was the signing bonus? To what?
2.09.
So it's a little under his slot value.
A little bit.
I think his slot was 2.5.
I thought it was 2.2. 2.25, I think is what it was.
Okay. But even still, here you're talking about a guy that wasn't drafted out of high school, came to LSU, pitched late in his freshman year, couldn't throw a breaking ball as a sophomore, and now by the end of his third year, he sets a record for strikeouts in Omaha and is a first-round pick with a $2 million signing bonus. Pretty incredible.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you couldn't be more happy for the kid. You saw glimpses and flashes of it, but it would be like 1 or 2 innings at a time, and then the wheels would come off, or it was like, how do you deal with the failure? That's a maturity thing for Ty, and I think he only gets better and better with that. The stuff plays, and he's going to have a great career.
Yeah.
Grant Taylor signed with the White Sox, full slot, $1.65 million on the bonus there for Taylor.
I mean, I know there was. I mean, I kind of tweeted before the, before the draft that day on Sunday that I was fully expecting Grant Taylor to get picked and signed for over $1 million, and it was just pretty obvious. Said kind of got word there were teams that were willing to take that risk on him because the arm talent was that good, and they feel like they get him at a bargain because essentially, I'm sure you hear the same thing. Teams don't worry about Tommy John anymore. Mm-hmm. It's almost like football with an ACL. The procedure's gotten so good, the rehab's so good. Teams just don't worry about Tommy John anymore. They just expect you to come back better.
They expect that. This was a surprise to me a little bit. I think if I were a GM, I don't think I would ever draft a player coming off of surgery. Like, I would want to see what it looks like after. That's just me.
I'm saying that's the difference now is that they don't worry about Tommy John.
No, they don't.
That's what's been told to me. Like, it's just not a big deal anymore.
But that's like anything. I mean, the truth is it's not a strained hamstring. You know what I mean? But this one, that surprised me a little bit. I think it's either going to be the pick of the draft or it's going to be not a very good pick.
Another full slot sign, Trey Morgan today inks his deal with the Tampa Bay Rays, $783,800.
Okay, nice, yeah.
Solid there. Gavin Dugas, of course, signed with the Nationals, $20,000 for Gavin.
Yeah, there. We talked about that, and I know that was off-putting for a lot of people, but like you understand. I was talking to Doug Thompson last week. Doug told me last Friday that when Doug signed his professional contract after his senior year, he got a $1,000 bonus to sign. And that was 1998. Mm-hmm. But still, I mean, when you're a senior, you have no leverage.
Yeah. No, it's unfortunate, but the good news is, you don't get rich in the draft unless you're Paul. and he's going to get at bats. In the 6th round, he will get some opportunities, right? And that's all you can ask for. Get to Double-A, put together a few really good months, and you're right there.
Garrett Edwards today with the Tampa Bay Rays signs his deal, $500K, $500,000.
What do you think about Edwards getting $500K?
Interesting. Again.
He was LSU's best reliever before he got hurt.
I know. I get it. But he got hurt. Look, I might be in the minority there. I want to see it personally. But good for him.
But teams look at this and they go, okay. And look, Jim Callis tweeted that Edwards was pushing to be a top 3-round pick.
Yeah.
So like, you look at that and you think you're getting a discount.
If he comes back to be that guy,
there's always an if with any draft pick, right? There's always an if.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they're having surgery though.
Not if you don't worry about the recovery anymore from surgery, which teams don't. That's the point. So you feel like you can get this guy in your organization, rehab him in your organization, watch him, arm care, all that stuff, not rush him back, and you feel like you got a steal because this was going to be a top 3-round guy that you got, for $500K with only $350 of it counting toward your pool.
Hello, somebody.
I'm going to move my body. Shout out, Big Fave.
That's right.
Hello, somebody. Go ahead.
Blake Money with the Orioles did sign. I've not seen an official dollar amount on that one there. Braden Joubert, as we told you earlier, got his first hit today, actually, first professional hit. Did sign with the Cardinals. Did not see an official dollar amount there. Riley Cooper as well with the Orioles. Did not see an official dollar amount there. And I believe this was yesterday. Jordan Thompson signs with the Dodgers, $200K.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw
15th round, $200K with a little bonus. Yeah.
Yeah. That Jim Callis tweeted that earlier today at 8:07 this morning. Here's the tweet. Thompson signed with the Dodgers for $197.5 plus a $2,500 contingency bonus. So only $47.5 of that counts toward the pool. So, I mean, Jordan gets $200K before tax and everything like that, and gets to go play pro ball for the Dodgers.
I think it's great. I think that is really good for him where he was drafted, and again, gives him an opportunity. Who else is out there?
So Christian Little, we know he is returning to school. He announced that on his social media, and the only two that are still awaiting official word are Dylan Cruz and Javen Coleman.
What do you think happens there?
With Javen?
Both.
Oh, I think Dylan signs.
Well, no, Dylan's going to sign, but like,
I think he might get more than.
He's going to get over Slot.
I think he might get more than Skeens.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, it's like we talked about with Gavin, right? Gavin got drafted by the Nationals. His slot was 350, 357. He got $20K. Well, that gives the Nationals $330K that they can go play with somewhere else. I mean, maybe that $330 goes to Dylan. I mean, maybe it does.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if he got $10 million, right?
Wow.
And I expect Coleman to come back.
Really?
I do. I think he can improve. I don't think he came back 100% healthy. I think if I'm a team, if I'm an organization, I saw a postseason as a freshman that I liked. Up until there, it was just okay. I mean, he was a baby, he was a freshman. So, and then you get injured, and then it's okay, coming off the injury.
Yeah.
So I would expect him to come back.
I was told the number they agreed to was 500. The Dodgers and Javen Coleman, but the way it was explained to me was that they had work to do to get it across the finish line. Now, I don't know what else that entails. Like, if you agreed to a number, what else do you have to, you know what I mean?
Maybe medical, physicals, I don't know.
I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see. That'll be a really interesting one.
What round was he in again?
It was late. I don't have the round in front of me.
Yeah, it was
15th round or something like that, I think.
I think it was right around Thompson, maybe in that area, 15, 16.
I think it was 16s. They went back-to-back LSU guys with their picks.
But work to do, apparently, to get that finished.
Is he he's a junior?
He's a redshirt sophomore because he missed a year.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he could come back for a fourth year, but still have another year. So he'd still have his leverage if he did come back. All right, it's After Further Review brought to you by Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com, Michelli.com. 31 offices across 11 different states.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible, man. If you weigh or measure something, Michelli sells services, rents the products you use to weigh and measure. I tell you all the time, like no matter what it is. I was at the airport yesterday, bought some gummy bears. I love gummy bears. I don't know why. When I'm in the airport, I have to buy gummy bears. So, the force it would take to open a bag of gummy bears, you're pulling it apart, that's a calibrated amount. Well, the machines that seal those, that have to be calibrated, so it's the right amount of force. Well, Michelli sells services, rents those machines, the products you need to weigh and measure. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement. ISO 17025 accreditation is available. Their track system is a totally free service. 24/7, 365 access to all of your calibration certificates. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Michelli.com, Michelli.com. All right, y'all, it's After Further Review. Good to be back in studio here after a week up in Nashville at SEC Football Media Days. Theriot's here. We still got our 5 o'clock hour ahead of us. We are going to do, in about 15 minutes, our SEC Media Days takeaways. What did we learn this week? We will try to unearth AFR deep cuts. We tried this a couple times. It has been admittedly hit or miss, but basically Muso goes and digs through the archives of AFR, which is now a teenager. The show is 13 years old, and tries to find something in the deep recesses that we bring back, and I don't know, maybe we laugh at it, like you and me when we're talking in 2010. We both sounded like chipmunks.
I know.
13 years ago.
It was a long time.
It was a long time ago. So,
but this is really all on Muse.
It is. It's all on Muse. So if it stinks, it's his fault.
That's not necessarily totally true.
It's all on you.
And I'm beholden to the archives a little.
Yeah, I know, but it really is, though. Like, if you pull something that stinks and it's, like, not funny or whatever, then, I mean, although we did it, you're the one that made the choice. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But it could be a good thing. You could knock it out the park.
It could be.
I think you will.
Is that a rule? It doesn't have to be you two, though, right?
No, it doesn't have to
that's
be.
what I thought.
It doesn't have
All
to
right,
be
good.
us.
No, man, you do you, dog. You know?
That's coming up in about 30 minutes. All right, stay here. It's AFR. Ask Ryan is next.
AFR.
Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Proud sponsor of our SEC Media Days coverage this whole week. It's Hudco Roofing, of course, partnered with a friend to my left here in Hudco Roofing. Commercial or residential, roof repairs or roof replacements. Of course, there was that awful hailstorm about 3-4 weeks ago. If you had hail, you got your scope of work, maybe got the insurance check already. We're ready to roll. We can get your roof replaced in, 2 days?
Oh, yeah. It's quick. Quick.
Give us a shout, Hudco Roofing. As a matter of fact, if you call right now, Theriot's phone will ring.
It will.
225-364-1007, 364-1007. Call that number right now. Theriot's phone will ring. 225-364-1007. I want to remind you also, Hudco is fully equipped to do any type of commercial job. So maybe you're a property manager. Maybe you own a commercial building. If you need a roof repair, roof replacement, anything from TPO, tile, shingle, whatever it may be, metal,
yeah,
we can help you out. Hudco Roofing. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing and HudcoRoofing.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,500 off MSRP on all new 23 Ram 1500 Laramie trucks in stock. All with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
I'm Chris Nakamoto, and here's what we're working on for our stories on WBRZ Channel 2 tonight. Baton Rouge police addressing crime numbers today. Homicides are down in Baton Rouge by 14% compared to this time last year. Police Chief Murphy Paul says the progress they are seeing is due to a community response. Multiple agencies are working together to help victims before and after deadly crimes are committed. I'm Chris Nakamoto from WBRZ. Watch more tonight on WBRZ Channel 2.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Get 3.99% financing on select 2023 models at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. And we also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas.
Got more sales than JC Penney. Throw it up if you a soldier. But if you a punk, then working with the rollers, you better duck down quick when the tank pop. Cause we be slanging automatic slingshot. I went from half.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Let's do it. We'll do Ask Ryan. You know the drill. You can ask Theriot anything about anything, so fire away. You can email us. You can tweet us. You can jump in the Buy Forward YouTube chat. You can text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Lots of ways that you can get involved. This guy said Cruz signed for $9 million. I don't think Cruz is not signed, right? Like, yeah, that's wrong.
I have not seen that reported anywhere.
No. Like, it's more, yeah, Jared sent that via text. No, like, what you probably saw was what the slot value associated with the pick was, which is $9 million. Maybe just a smidge under 9, maybe 8. But, like, Washington hasn't announced the signing. Like, Washington would announce the signing of the pick and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, Ask Ryan. This is Chase Smith. Ask Ryan. Do we have a shot at Chase Burns? Didn't he pick Wake Forest?
He's going to Wake Forest.
Yeah,
what is wrong with you people today? Like, why? Like, that's the first 2 out the chute are like really bad, awful. Anyway, I don't mean to be rude, Chase, but no, like that happened last week, didn't it?
It's old news, bro.
Like before we even left for
that was like last Wednesday.
Yeah, clean it up.
Damn. B Messi says, ask Ryan, strangest object you have used as a spitter.
That's a heck of a question. I love that. Strangest object.
Oh, no, look, 4:02 p.m. Muse. Dylan Cruz agreed to terms of the Nationals, $9 million. Slot was $899. That was at 4:02 p.m.
Apologies, I missed that one.
Way to go, Muse. You screwed up.
I missed that one.
Apologies to who was that? Jared Nichols.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jared.
Apologies to Jared.
You idiot.
Hey, Jared, you want a job producing a afternoon drive sports talk show?
Good catch, Jared.
Anyway, go ahead. Spit cup question.
I don't know, but that's a really good question. I spit in a wine glass at Vic and Anthony's one time.
That's good. That's a good answer. Grayson Lovick.
What?
Grayson Lovick says, ask Ryan.
Okay.
And sorry if this has been mentioned. What's your most memorable baseball moment, including every game you ever played in?
Oh, man. My most memorable baseball moment would probably be scoring the winning run for LSU in 2000.
Matt Prisman said, well, he was just talking about golf. Evans, Kevin, ask Ryan. Better day, sitting on a deer stand and looking at a 12-pointer or reeling in a 4-pound bass?
Oh, a 4-pound bass? The 12-pointer for sure. Yeah.
You didn't shoot it, though. You just looked at it.
That's fine.
Really?
I'm not that mad at him. I like to look at him. Yeah.
Breezy Bro, ask Ryan. Better Tracy Lawrence song, Alibis or Today's Lonely Fool?
Alibis.
How was the concert last week?
Oh, it was great.
Did you really enjoy it?
It was. Jonna was feeding me beer. She was trying to take advantage of me. I didn't let it happen. I was smarter than her. It was awesome. Georgia was pissed. She didn't like it. She acted like she liked it. She didn't like it.
I thought y'all were going because it was her birthday.
Yeah, she didn't like it. She acted like she did. She was a good sport. But I thought it was wonderful. Tracy's tatted up now, a little bit weird, but it was good.
Stephen Beach asked Ryan, how is it living in Baton Rouge, being an LSU legend? I'm just reading the questions.
Just normal, everyday stuff. No big deal.
It's really interesting. LSU legend.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, Matt.
Lenson Mobile said, tell Ryan, don't be ashamed of the Spit Cup. We all got him. I mean, Lenson, I don't got him. But, but yes, a lot of people do. And there's no reason to be ashamed of that at all. You don't need to hide the fact that, you're hiding the fact that you're spitting. You think we think you're drinking coffee.
It's a hygiene thing. I mean, it can be gross.
Hour 3 after Sports Center.
AFR.
Brought to you by Traction, TractionSports.com. I was talking to my friend and yours, Mac Chiuili, earlier today. And look, just a couple more weeks of summer baseball camp. So if you want to get your son into summer baseball, age 5 and up, 2 more weeks of camp before school starts. So you can do that. Now, here's what I would also certainly recommend. Go to TractionSports.com, FNA flag football. It's registration time, bro. Did you know?
It's a big deal.
I'm sure you know this. I didn't know this. Mac told me this earlier today. Y'all got like 100 teams.
Yeah, it's big.
Like, I don't know how any parent listening right now and this is it's co-ed, correct?
Oh yeah.
I don't know any parent like with a son or daughter doesn't have their kid playing flag football over Traction.
It is so much fun, those games. It's so much fun to watch those kids play flag football.
TractionSports.com, TractionSports.com. Hit the FNA flag football link. Get your kid registered today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Here at Corval Toyota in Opelousas, we have in stock 2023 Toyota Tundras, and you can get $1,000 special edition bonus cash. $1,000 bonus cash. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The world's leaders in obesity research, obesity medicine, and obesity science are right here.
We're doing something that no one's ever done, or trying to answer a question that no one's ever asked before.
Pennington is a real jewel when it comes to research.
We are finding the solutions to the world's worst chronic disease, which is obesity. Louisiana needs Pennington Biomedical.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown with breaking news. Carolina Panthers rookies report to training camp tomorrow. That includes quarterback Bryce Young, the number 1 pick in the draft. And he now has a 4-year contract worth almost $38 million. Our Adam Schefter says that deal is fully guaranteed and includes a signing bonus of almost $25 million. Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers will be 40 years old in December. Is it possible he'll play just 1 season in New York?
The Jets gave up a lot for me. So, to just play 1 year I think would be a disservice. Now, if that 1 year turns out to be a magical year, who knows? But it's more than that. It's how my body feels.
Aaron Rodgers on ESPN New York 98.7 FM. The Cubs beat the Cardinals today 4-3. Cody Bellinger with a 2-run homer. Yankees catcher Jose Trevino needs surgery on his right wrist. He'll miss the rest of the season. American Brian Harmon with a 65 today in the second round at the Open Championship, finishing with an eagle on 18. He's the leader halfway through at 10 under par.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
Let's ride. You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back? Back again.
Lisa, I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour, presented by ProCharge EV. Call 225-397-4593 or go to ProChargeEV.com.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
Let me find out that
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. And Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Hey, shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
So. And Cherry. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. 5 o'clock, quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Hey, man. All right. Was at SEC Media Days over the course of the week. Got to hear from the league's 14 head coaches, 3 players from each team. Next year, it'll be 16, obviously with the addition of Oklahoma and Texas. I did ask Commissioner Greg Sankey, do you say Oklahoma, Texas, or Texas, Oklahoma? What do you say?
It's a good question.
I found myself saying Texas and Oklahoma. Just leading with Texas, when Oklahoma has been, over the last quarter century, a more successful college football program.
I think I would say Oklahoma first.
Greg Sankey said he says Oklahoma and Texas because alphabet.
Me too.
Smart thing to do. Same thing with like Florida, Georgia. Do you say Florida, Georgia, Georgia, Florida? What do you do?
Florida, Georgia.
Yeah, pretty much. But he said depends where he is. If he's in Georgia, he'll say Georgia, Florida. If he's talking to Florida people, says Florida, Georgia.
Smart guy.
I know. He is. Heady fellow there.
He's heady.
He is a heady fellow. You said you listened to all our coverage, or a lot of it?
I listened to a lot of it.
What did you like?
Listen, I thought it was a really neat event, the way it's structured. One day I'm going to go up there with you. One of these.
You can't. It's a credential-only event.
I'll get some credentials. If Johnny Ballpark Franks can get credentials, then so can I. Okay. So I'll get a credential or two. Get up in there. But no, look, I thought it was a great event. For me, Matt, my biggest takeaway, Hugh Freeze was a giant winner here.
We're not. Wait, no.
We're not there yet?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, then, yeah, I watched it. I don't know.
All right, Muse, hit the music. Let's do our SEC Media Days takeaways. Hey, man, what's your big takeaway from SEC Media Days?
Is it my turn? I'll wait. You go. You go first.
No, please.
No, I want you to go.
I would really like it if you would go ahead.
I want you to go, though.
I mean, you just killed the bit.
I thought I was helping the bit.
You killed the bit.
I didn't kill the bit.
Because the bit was going to be, I was going to set you up thinking you were going to say something stupid, but you'd actually give me a legitimate takeaway, and then when we went back to the next time, you were going to give me a stupid takeaway. You killed the bit?
I didn't kill the bit.
You killed the bit. Did he kill the bit?
He killed the bit.
You killed it. I mean, you ran over it with your car.
See if I can get
you
it
put
back.
it in reverse. You backed up over it again. Then you got out, and then you just kept kicking it.
I might have killed
right
it
in the head.
a little bit,
You
but I'm going
killed
to see if I can get it back. Let me see if I can bring it back to life.
No. There is no bringing this back to life.
Let me try to perform CPR on this thing real fast.
Wait. Okay. Let's do it like we were going to do it. Muse. Kill the music.
Kill it.
Kill it. All right.
Start over.
All right, here we go.
Let's try that again. So you do all your stuff again.
Okay. Yeah. And you already, and I gave you the punchline about, well, you already gave the punchline too.
Go over. Go again.
No, you killed the punchline too.
But just start over.
All right. Hey, we'll do our SEC Media takeaways here in just a quick second. Remember, I love telling you about our friends over at the Williamson Eye Center. Have you gone and seen Dr. Blake yet?
No, but I need to go.
Come on, dude. What are you doing?
I know. It's my bad. I'm going to go.
You got to call 924-2020. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, even if you're listening New Orleans, Lafayette, Lake Charles, Alexandria, wherever you are, you want to go see the best. You're talking about ophthalmology, you're talking about eye surgery, vision correction surgery. You want the best. And Dr. Blake Williamson is the best. Goes all over the world, teaching at all these different conferences for ophthalmology. He's brought so much advancement in ophthalmology and that technology in that field to Louisiana. He's just the best. Did my LASIK 5 years ago. I'm thrilled, still seeing better than 20-25 years later. Remember, if it's eye care, eyewear, or eye surgery, the Williamson Eye Center does it all. It's the Williamson Eye Center, WilliamsonEye.com. Okay, Muse, hit us with a little music here. Let's do some SEC Media Days takeaways. Let's do this. I'll tell you what, Muse, why don't you go ahead and do the honors? I'll wait to come to Theriot because we know what Theriot does every time we try to talk about something legitimate. He just, yard sales the whole segment. So we're not going to – we'll wait. We'll get to what Theriot has to say in a little bit. Muse, you go first. Your biggest takeaway from SEC Football Media Days.
The Alabama quarterback position is more in flux than I actually thought it was. I know, obviously, Jalen Milroe, you got three guys vying for it, but I expected some Alabama people there and maybe even Nick Saban to kind of, try to calm it a little bit. They did not. I thought what Saban said about the transfer portal was very interesting when he said, if we bring in a transfer, he needs to play. Well, one of the biggest transfers they brought in was Tyler Buckner, and that kind of clouded that up even more for me.
Okay. Paulie, give me one.
I think Nick Saban is wrong.
What?
He thinks carrot cake is the best cake.
Oh. He did say that.
I agree, Paul.
He was asked what his favorite cake was. He liked carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
Would you say carrot cake? Your favorite cake?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I do like it.
I don't mind a carrot cake. That's definitely not going to be my favorite thing.
I'll eat it.
That's true. Good point, Paul. Good catch there. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that my big takeaway is that every team in the league is going to be awesome. LSU's winning the West. Everyone's overlooking Bama. They're going to win the Natty. Georgia hasn't missed a beat. Carson Beck's going to win the Heisman and win a national championship. Texas A&M, I don't know if you knew this, but talking to all the guys at Texags, I mean, that quarterback there, Wegman, they finally found their guy. Bobby Petrino and Jimbo, they're in complete and perfect harmony. Lane Kiffin's got three quarterbacks, best quarterback room in the country. They're ready to take a big step. KJ Jefferson coming back for Arkansas. Clearly, even with the tough schedule, they're going to be awesome. Do I need to go on? I mean, look, I know that
Kentucky.
New coach there at Mississippi State, but Will Rogers is going to break all these records, and they haven't missed a beat. If anything, they're only better. Kentucky bringing in Devin Leary. They got veterans all over the board. Vanderbilt went from 2 wins to 5 wins. They're ready to make a bowl game. Clearly, big step forward. Tennessee, Joe Milton can throw the ball 90 yards. He's the best quarterback in the country. They're not going to miss a beat. They're going undefeated. They're going to beat Georgia in November, get to the playoff. I mean, everybody in the league is awesome. Shane Beamer in South Carolina, he's over. Spencer Rattler is going to win the Heisman this year as well. They're going to give out like 10 Heismans this year. Rattler's going to win the Heisman. Carolina's going to push to win the East, have their best season since Spurrier was there. Like, everybody's going to be awesome. I don't know if you knew this, but that was my takeaway. Like, nobody has questions. Everybody's going to be awesome. Clearly, that was my big read on being there. Being there, doing interviews with people. I mean, Monday on LSU Day, I did 18 interviews on other people's platforms on Monday alone. Over the course of the week, I probably did about 30 interviews on other people's platforms. That was my big takeaway. Everybody's going to be awesome. Hugh Freeze is going to surprise everybody. I mean, it's Hugh Freeze.
Is it always like that?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's crazy.
Optimism abounds for a lot of people, but generally when you go, you know there's teams that have legit questions. Like when LSU went there, and when we went there in 21, coming off the COVID year, when LSU was 5-5, we went there going like, Ed's coaching for his job. We all knew it. And people couldn't believe when we would say that, but it was like Ed Orgeron was coaching for his job. And that's generally the feeling going in, not for every team, but you have some teams with way more questions than answers. But
not this year. I mean,
everybody was just
loaded.
Like, our team is awesome.
Really?
That's how it felt this year.
Everybody
was awesome.
I love that.
All right, well, regrettably, because I know you never take this stuff seriously, we'll go to Theriot now. What's your big takeaway?
I do take this seriously. I locked in on this stuff. I think Hugh Freeze was the big winner. I mean,
okay. Look at this.
He's back after being fired. I thought he did a great job at Liberty. Not the easiest place to win. Auburn is a sneaky great place to coach. You got resources, you got money.
How about this?
And one of the best things for him in this situation is his fan base. The expectations aren't super high right now. They haven't been winning here recently. So I think he's going to rejuvenate that deal. He's in a good spot. So Hugh Freeze, that's my biggest takeaway, and he's in a good spot right now.
Oh wow,
big winner.
Well, you know, I'm proud of you. For taking this seriously. I thought you were just going to yard sale this segment. Thank you for taking this seriously. Give me a really legitimate take.
I locked in on it, man.
No, we appreciate it. Mish, you got anything else?
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off of that, I was surprised by a lot of the Auburn optimism. I heard a lot of people say 8-4 for Auburn.
Everybody's going to be awesome. And everybody's going over their win total, Muse.
I don't see 8-4 for that team.
Nobody's going 2-6 in the league.
I mean, I've pegged them more 7-5, 6-6. They have Alabama, Georgia, and LSU on their schedule. Let's say they lose all three. You're going to tell me they're only losing one more game with that roster? I can't see that yet. I'm sorry.
I'm going over 6.5 on Auburn. I'm hammering.
Sure, that could be 7-5. 8-4 is hard for me with that team.
Paul, you got anything else over there?
I got nothing.
Way to go, Mr. The Riot. Anything else?
Yeah. Look, man, it's one of the greatest weeks. It's the kickoff to SEC football, and you got to lock in on it. And so another big takeaway for me was Johnny Ballpark Franks. Okay, and every year he brings the energy. He's front row, first guy there. He takes the mic. He asks great questions. He doesn't make a mockery of it. Like, that's what he calls himself, Johnny Ballpark Franks, and front and center, and Johnny Hot Dog, whatever you want to call him. Does a great job, and I just really say it's like a takeaway, but I wanted to shout him out because I think he does a great job year after year. Also,
I spoke to Johnny yesterday. He's working on a Heisman book. Not just about the winners, but it'll be like all the finalists over the 90-year history of the Heisman. So
it'll be a long book.
Shout out to my guy.
Yeah, so I love that. And then also
Muse.
The guys that play dress up too. I love those guys. Good job. The play dress up guys are good.
There are a few things in this business that annoy me more than fans that see themselves as celebrities. Like if you're a fan and you dress up, I hate you. I want to throw my elbow into your nose. That's what I want to do. If you're a fan who dresses up, I hate you. I hate that you think you're famous because you're a fan. You are no more entitled than the fan that buys.
They can wear what they want to wear.
It's stupid. You're making it about yourself. You go to a game to cheer for your team. You're no better. You're no better than the fan in section 615 who's bought season tickets forever or takes their kids and goes and cheers. You are making it about yourself when you are actively just trying to get on TV or make it about you. It's not about you.
615 could dress up.
It ain't about you.
No, but that's what they want to do.
It ain't about
They're
you.
bringing the energy. They're
It ain't
making
about
it
you.
fun and nice. I like that.
Clipper Darrell, who's the idiot who would sit in the outfield in the Cubs games and try to get on TV all the time. Ronnie Woo Woo, and he got pissed because the Cubs told him to shut up, and he got pissed. He's like, I've been here forever. You've been buying tickets forever,
Yeah.
Jack. Clipper Darrell was trying to do appearances as Clipper Darrell to make money.
Hey.
He was using the Clippers name. Like he's a rep. No, they shut him down. You're an idiot. Fire Marshall Ed, whatever the guy's name is at the Jets game.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not coming anymore. Good. Don't come, idiot. Nobody cares that you're sitting in the front row.
No,
They're
that
still
doesn't-
going to do the JETS Jets chant whether you're there or not. Loser.
Oh, I think that's not a great take.
Some moron wears a barrel to the Broncos games. I think that guy actually died. Whatever. Stupid. Stupid.
What about the guy at the Chiefs game who dressed up like the wolf and robbed all the banks? Did you not see this?
No.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Have you ever been watching the Chiefs see the dude in the wolf costume? He got arrested for bank robbery, like multiple bank robberies.
I didn't even know they had a guy
Did he
in
wear
a
the wolf outfit when he did it?
Yes, he did.
I don't even know they had a wolf costume guy.
I love that.
I didn't know that.
Shout out.
Entitled fans. Buy your ticket, cheer on your team, shut up. All right, it's after further review. These morons taking off work. Morons. You're a freaking moron. You're taking a day off of work to stand in a hotel lobby in Nashville, Tennessee to wear a freaking costume so some local TV guy gets a shot of you and puts you on TV.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So
And
10
the local
seconds of
TV
fame.
and the local TV guy that goes and actually does the interview with him, stupid.
I think he's worse.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm sitting there going down the escalator, and there's some moron wearing. I don't even want to say. It's a Bama fan, but I don't even want to say what he calls himself. It's so stupid. Just talking about this angers me because it's giving him credence. And there's some local TV guy, camera on his shoulder, microphone, interviewing the freaking fan standing in the lobby, dressed up like a moron. God, can you tell I'm triggered by this? It ain't even a bit. I'm serious. It annoys me. It annoys me to my core. Why do you think you're better just because you dress up as a fan? You think you're better than other fans because you dress up? Yeah, they do.
No,
it's an entitled feeling. Of course it is.
So they just like to play dress up.
Oh, pay attention to me. I put on a costume today to go to a game. No, you're an idiot. You're an adult human. Get a life. It's AFR. Hit the break.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Pluckers, Nicholson, Bluebonnet. I'm sweating now. Sweating like if you're eating a whole mess of those fire in a hole wings. How about that? But that transition.
That was good.
Radio guy.
Good job.
What else do you eat from Pluckers? You like the holy macaroni. You like fried everything over there, don't you?
I like fried everything. I like the Gold Rush. I think those are really
So
tasty.
good.
I like the garlic parm. Those
So
are
good.
extremely tasty.
Spicy ranch.
The spicy ranch are good. They have a sandwich I really like. The
Cheech and Chong?
Nope. Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
The Larry Bird.
Yeah, the Larry Bird is the white meat chicken sandwich tossed in your favorite wing sauce with all the trimmings and fixins and all that stuff on the sandwich. It's fantastic. You can find what you want over at Pluckers. Really good salads as well. Nicholson or Bluebonnet, dine and carry out or delivery. Weekend is upon us. You want to watch some MLB action? You can do it over at Pluckers. As we head toward football season, make sure Pluckers is your home all football season long. Nicholson or Bluebonnet, dine in, carry out, or delivery. Award-winning jumbo chicken wings and ice-cold draft beer. It's at Pluckers if you don't like our wings. We'll give you the bird.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,500 off MSRP on all new 23 Ram 1500 Laramie trucks in stock. All with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded.
When they talk, they speeches be slurred. You know me, Mr. Got dough, Mr. Got flow. Couldn't figure out which one I wanted both them, so Mr. Got both. If you hate, nigga, stop. If you're jealous, silk the shot, jigger, no limit, rock a fella. Used to cop bricks for 30. 9 number, sit back and drop hits. You heard me?
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Kind of like that a little bit. Do you love Aaron Rodgers? Do you hate Aaron Rodgers?
I am kind of indifferent on Aaron Rodgers. Okay. I think he's a wonderful talent. I think he's extremely talented. I think he's a little weird. I don't think he's a great leader.
Yeah. You wouldn't follow him in a locker room?
I don't think so, man.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
What's that like? You ever play with a guy like that was really good? Everybody knows he was really good, but was that kind of personality that was kind of fringe? Like, man, I don't know if I'm going to follow that guy. I don't know if I like that guy. But the weird thing is his teammates seem to like him.
No, I think they do, but the perception I get of his persona is like he really doesn't care that much. He's just kind of there.
I don't know, man.
I could be totally wrong. I just
think he cares way too much what people think. And so when he gets criticism, he's, a little outward about it. But this is a guy that he's got one Super Bowl back in 2010, won a lot of games, but has had a lot of playoff failures. And I'm curious about the legacy thing with Aaron Rodgers. It feels like you're getting to this point now where he's at the end of his career, nearing the end of his career. How much longer does he want to play? And he's trying to get one with the Jets. He said this at the media availability yesterday, because a lot of people have assumed this is just a one-year deal with him with the Jets. Like, see if he can get it done this year, and we'll see what happens after. But here's what Rodgers said.
There's a great feel to this team of guys who are young and super talented on their first contract, many of them. When you have so many great players on rookie deals, it's pretty exciting knowing you can do something, you got a good window. It's not just a one-year thing where you can be competitive, which is fun.
Okay, we'll see. I just can't believe he left the NFC to go to the AFC. I mean, the AFC with the quarterbacks in that league, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. I mean, in the NFC, what is there? I mean, it's one of the reasons if you're a Saints fan, you can feel kind of optimistic that someone can make a run. I mean, you got the Eagles were better than everybody last year, but Dak, Kirk Cousins, what are we talking about in the NFC? And it's really surprising Rodgers would leave and go to a more difficult path. It's almost like Russell Wilson going to Denver. I mean, look at that division alone with Patrick Mahomes, with Justin Herbert. I mean, Carr was there. Now he's gone, but that's a steep hill to climb for Aaron Rodgers.
No doubt about it.
All right, we're going to do deep cuts here in a second. Let me quickly remind you about South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. Got a text from my buddy Kerry Manuel, the used car director over at our manager over at at South Point Volkswagen. Huge selection of certified pre-owned Volkswagens, including the Atlas, which is the 3-row 7-seater family SUV, the Crossport, which is what I drive now, Tiguan, which is the compact SUV, all certified with the factory warranty, pre-serviced, priced to sell. If you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, make sure you shop South Point Volkswagen, Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer, and, of course, 2 years free maintenance on all new vehicles, and the 24s are on their way. It's South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highlander, southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? All right, Muse, let's try to bring this back if we could. Do we have any imaging for it? We need to get some imaging.
No, well, we've never committed to it, so we've never done the imaging.
We got to do imaging because the imaging is going to set up the segment as well. Like it all plays together.
All right, we'll do some imaging.
Okay, so AFR deep cuts. We started this. AFR turned 13 back in February, and so we said AFR is a teenager, and I got a little sentimental about it. And we have just a treasure trove of clips and cuts from all the shows over the years. And I said, Muse, let's try a segment on Fridays with Theriot called Deep Cuts. We pulled out an interview that I did with Theriot back in 2010. When we started this. I mean, this might be fun to try to like pull out some old clips and stuff. And we tried it a couple times since, and we just left it to Muse to try to pick the clip. And
there's been some good ones. There's been some not so good ones.
I think we've only done it like twice.
We've done it 3 times. I think three times.
One time it was good. First time it was good. I remember that. That was really funny. That was good.
The second one wasn't great.
I don't think the second 2 were very good, but you know.
Well, one of them was y'all making a bet or something about eating a booger, and then he brought you money in ones or pennies or something like that.
That one was okay.
That one was good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff there.
That was when you picked your nose and wiped
No,
under
that was
the
it was
chair.
different.
Who
That
was the one that
different
picked their? You were the one that
Yeah,
picked
but
your nose.
that's not the deep cut.
So
we
you
did.
just
Remember when he picked his name? He put the booger underneath the chair.
That was a different.
I remember
that was a different one where you like held or Terry or somebody. I don't know. I don't remember. What it was
like
now.
he picked his nose and was like, "Would you lick this for $100?"
Right,
And I
then
did.
he brought you like
the pen.
$100.
I put the pen in my nose.
the pen.
The pen.
You
yeah.
put it. That's you put a pen in your nose. And like, would you put this in your mouth for $100? I did.
See, that one was good.
And then you gave me $100 in ones. You stepped into the studio closet downstairs and you made it rain. $101 bills. And you know what I did? I went to a Saints game, and I took that I just wrapped up that wad of $100 bills. Probably put a 20 on the outside, so it made it look like I was just making bank, which it was just like just $80 probably.
Yeah.
So. All right, Muse, what do you have? Hit us.
All right, we're gonna go back to November of 2016.
Ooh.
Yeah, big month for our country there, and you and Carly had this conversation.
November.
Will it be an orange man or the first woman? Carly voted.
I did.
I'm curious.
Oh, no.
As a woman, were you excited for the opportunity to cast a ballot for a female for the first ever time for a major party?
No, because she's an ugly female. She's ugly. I'm going to get blasted for this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Wait, hold on. Nothing about policy or anything like that. Just she's an ugly woman.
She's
That's really
hideous. She's atrocious.
Oh, that's all you got?
That was the whole clip, and I can't find the full show.
She talked about her pantsuits.
Yeah,
It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's a good
Carly.
That was
I
good.
still,
That's her, man.
I talk about that with Carly's mom every time I see Miss Karen, we end up bringing up the Hillary bit. Like, that was one of those things that was like, it makes great radio because it's like, I can't believe you just said it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no interest whatsoever talking policy or anything. But Carly basically just minimized voting for a woman president because she was hideous. She needed Botox and wore ugly pantsuits. It was so good. Oh, man. That one and the baking with Rohan and the concealer baking, which became part of Rohan's Open for a long time.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So when you were in Houston,
I
did the show by myself. Not a lot, but I did a few times.
You came in studio or something?
I came in studio.
While I was in. Did you do or you did it remotely?
No, dude.
We did it together, just split show together.
But there were some times where it was just me.
No.
There was a few times it was yes. And
Okay.
Carly produced.
Okay.
And so I'm struggling getting through it. I've told you this.
Yeah,
like, I'm sweating. I'm struggling getting through it. And I'm looking at Carly like, please help me across the glass. And she's got her curling iron and her straightener. And she's putting on her makeup. I'm like, can you help me? She was so good. I loved it.
She would do that. She would like get ready if she was going out. She would come in studio just in wearing whatever, sweats and no makeup, no hair, and she would like during the show would have her curling iron set up on the console to the left. Perfect. As I'm doing the show and she's producing, she's like got her hair curling iron. I mean, you want to talk about someone who just did not give a single about what anyone thought or anything like that. It was hilarious, and the Hillary thing was so good. All right, it's after further review. Good job. How about that? Good job. Good job.
That was a good one.
We'll now got a quick break. We'll come back. And we'll do some SEC Media Days superlatives as well as we put a button on that. The all-SEC team was announced earlier today. We'll run back through if you missed it, and the projected order finished by the media, which the media always gets wrong, which is actually a really good thing for LSU this year. We'll touch on that as well. Glad to have you aboard with us here. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Well, they done did it. Tell you every day to get Gordon and get it done. Well, the 8888 rally hats have arrived, and our friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys did their big giveaway event. Did you happen to see the drone footage of this? There was a line at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys down and round the building to get their 8888 rally hats from Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You can go to to any of the social media at Get Gordon if you want to see the hats, if you want to see the video, all that sort of stuff. But so cool. Of course, Gordon bought 8,888 rally shots up in Omaha after LSU lost to Florida, and the next day ended up being pretty magnificent for the Tigers. So G went and had all these hats made and gave them out to people, and if there's any left, you can go find out on their social media. Just go to at Get Gordon. Been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. You need representation. You know what to do. Get Gordon and get it done.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Bayou Ford has $8,000 off MSRP, plus 1.9% financing on new 23 Ford F-150 XLT trucks, along with Bayou Ford's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
Here at Corval Toyota in Opelousas, we have in stock 2023 Toyota Tundras, and you can get $1,000 special edition bonus cash. $1,000 bonus.
Somebody's watching me. I'm paranoid, I can't sleep, I'm in the street gang. Everywhere I look, I think they out to get me, man. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I'm paranoid, I can't sleep, I'm in the street gang.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Pac-12 Media Days got underway or was just Pac-12 Media Day, I should say, was in Las Vegas today. The SEC does a 4-day event, and the Pac-12 did just 1 day today. The big story there is about their TV deal as expansion continues to happen. This is UCLA and USC leaving the league, and they're going to be missing after this year their top 2 brands who are leaving. So the question for the Pac-12 now is, are you considering expanding, and what may happen there? George Klevikoff, who is the Pac-12 commissioner, was asked that the team that everyone was looking at was San Diego State, because San Diego State requested an exit from the Mountain West and then was denied, and ultimately the Pac-12 stepped forward. And, George Klevikoff was asked if San Diego State ever had an invite.
Well, I'm not going to disclose my conversations with any potential expansion candidates, but I will tell you that, generally speaking, we've never given anyone an indication that anything would be different than the sequence that I just mentioned, which is get our media rights deal done, get our grant of rights signed, and then we'll consider expansion.
So they still don't have the media rights deal done, although he said they're on track, and didn't want to announce today because they're focusing on football, blah, 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 blah. And here was a follow-up on that.
You just said you're not announcing a deal today on purpose because you want the attention to be on football.
Yep.
To be clear, that would imply that the deal is done and codified and just you're waiting until after today.
I think you're reading too much into that.
So then what is the purpose behind not announcing something, which is what you just said?
We want to have the focus on football today. We have an incredibly good football story to tell, and we want that to be the focus today.
But you don't have anything to announce. It is, I don't know how much you follow this, it is a little stunning how it appeared with Texas and Oklahoma leaving the Big 12, like the Big 12 was just a dead man walking as a league. And somehow the Big 12 has found itself being the aggressor. They added 4 teams. They codified their new television deal. Their grant rights are in place. And the Pac-12 now has gotten its 2 premier partners poached. And the Big 12 conceivably is, well, not conceivably, they are in more stable ground and could, if they wanted to, go pursue the addition of Utah and Arizona and some of those, Colorado, Arizona State, if that's the way it goes. I mean, hat tip to the Big 12 for finding a way amid all of the uncertainty to stabilize their league. And my goodness, did George Klevikoff sound like an idiot today? I mean, you heard that. You kidding me? With everybody watching, you say you're not announcing a TV deal because you want the focus to be on football, and then someone nails you against the wall on that, and you say you're reading too much into it?
Yeah. No, he got him. Who was the guy asking the question?
I don't know.
Shout out. Well done.
He was from the Oregonian. I'm not sure of his name.
He did good.
Good for him.
Yeah.
George Klevikoff. Anyway. All right. Are you ready to do some superlatives? Or you want me to run through the all-conference team first?
Run through the all-conference team first for me.
All right, real quick again, for those that missed this earlier today, 11 LSU Tigers named to the preseason SEC all-conference team. Jaden Daniels, first-team quarterback.
Shout out.
That's the first time since Tommy Hodson in 1989 that LSU has had a preseason first-team all-SEC quarterback. Jamarcus was second team back in 2006. Burrow obviously wasn't a first-teamer. We think about Mettenberger in 2013, but he didn't have a great 12. And in 2013, you had Johnny Manziel coming off his Heisman year. So this is the first time in 34 years that LSU's had the preseason first-team all-SEC quarterback. For what it's worth, KJ Jefferson of Arkansas was the second team. Joe Milton was the third team all SEC quarterback. Actually, Joe Milton and Will Rogers tied for third team there. And I'll tell you candidly, that's how I voted. I voted Jaden 1, KJ Jefferson from Arkansas 2 on the all-conference quarterbacks list. Malik Neighbors was a first-teamer. Will Campbell was a first-teamer. Mason Taylor was a second-team tight end. That's interesting, too.
Yes.
Because Brock Bowers is the first team, and he's the best tight end in the country. And so after Brock, it was like, well, who was next? And honestly, it was a little lean. Trey Knox from South Carolina was third on the list. So you look at that position, and there's a lot of room for Mason Taylor to sort of grow there. And then Emory Jones was third team preseason All-SEC. I generally look at this and go, okay, who was left off that should have been on there? And I don't know that I could add anybody from LSU's offense. There's none of the running backs that I would have added. No. If I think about who might be on there in a postseason award, I think Logan Diggs would have a legitimate chance if he emerges as LSU's leading rusher to be there on one of the teams. But that's kind of it. I also thought it was kind of you see how some of the bias comes into play sometime on this. Like, I know you haven't looked at this at all, but I did this with Paul in the first hour. I'll do it with you now. The first team All-SEC defense, there were only 3 schools represented. The entire first team All-SEC defense, 3 schools. You want to guess what they are? Take a guess. Just guess what teams there were that made up the entire 3 teams made up the entire first team All-SEC defense.
Georgia, Alabama, LSU.
Nailed it. Give him the ding. There he is. I mean, it's an illustration of why I tell people, like, don't put too much stock into the preseason All-SEC team, because the media, like a coach's team, I would. Coaches All-SEC, I would. Media, like, I'm at the event. We were literally in the Uber driving to the airport, and I handed my phone to Hester. I was like, here, fill this out for me. Like, you know more about the third team All-SEC defensive lineman than I do. Just fill that out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you go with who you know, like names you recognize if you're unfamiliar, or who got brought to media days. So when a player goes to SEC media days, I mean, you're just going to get more of the benefit of the doubt because people will have seen you there, talk to you, and so that sometimes happens where guys get it.
At what point do y'all vote?
They send the ballot via email on the last day, on Thursday. So Thursday morning they send the ballot, and it's due by Thursday at 5 p.m. So, I mean, we were going to the airport. Our flight was at 4:30, and so I was like, oh, I got to get this done because we're in the air. I'm not going to be able to do it. So, anyway, that's when that got done. What you got?
SEC superlatives.
Oh, okay. All right, we got some music?
Yeah, I was going to bring back the old faithful there.
Tried and true.
Yeah. All right, Matt, let's start it off. Best press conference of the week. Who had it?
You know, it was very obvious. The league is missing personalities among its head coaches.
So much.
Mike Leach not being there was, I mean, it's always something that everybody looks forward to. And then you sort of have the Sabanization of guys like Kirby and Lane, where Jimbo, they don't say anything. Like, they're basically Nick. They're like robots. They're just trying to get in and get out, not say anything. I really was hoping Shane Beamer would be better. He did, and I thought Heupel did well. But honestly, I mean, Lane, because of the joke he made about with the kid saying he looked like him, I mean, that was kind of it. But there weren't. I don't think any coach really nailed it on the main stage, which is so weird too, because when you're a coach in the SEC at that level, you live in front of the media all the time.
Yeah.
You do endless amounts of media. You glad hand with boosters and, you know, recruits, families. You're comfortable talking in front of people. I don't know why you have to be secretive or closed off, but Les Miles was all Steve Spurrier, Mike Leach. I mean, the characters in the league among the head coaches are absent right now.
Best player interview.
For me, it was Dallas Turner from Alabama. And he's not only a stud player, but the way I always look at that is when I got Dallas Turner, he was sitting down. He finished his rotation. He was sitting down with our buddy Chris Gordy from 790 in Houston. And so I went up to the SID who was with him, and I said, hey, does he have a minute? Which is often what you do. And he's like, look, he's going on 3, and if we have time, I'll bring him over. Okay, well, thank you. So they finish on 3. He's coming toward me. He's like, hey, man, he's got like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So I know in this time, like, I'm not going to have a long-form opportunity with him. And I think we went 4 minutes with Dallas Turner. And when you've never met somebody and you have that short amount of time and you need him to be thoughtful and give you something and make an impression, it's a hard thing to do. Like, it's really just, I'm just going to leave something way open-ended, rapid fire, and see if you give me something. I mean, it's like throwing darts in the dark. But he was great. I thought he was super engaging and fun to talk to and very personable. Like, when some team's going to draft him early in round 1, and they're going to have a franchise player and someone that's also going to be very marketable for their franchise. I thought he was awesome.
Best dressed team as a unit.
It was Alabama. I'll give a runner-up to Mississippi State, because Mississippi State, every player, Adidas gave them custom kicks, custom Adidases that they got to design, which was really cool. But the Alabama guys were dressed to the nines, and they all had jewelry on as well. Kool-Aid McKinstry had a diamond-encrusted chain with the Kool-Aid Man on it, which was awesome. That's big. And then Dallas Turner, his chain said DT. I took a picture of it and I tweeted it. I'll find it. Here it is. It said, look, DT no limit. They came, he had custom cufflinks on his French cuff shirt as well. Like, the Alabama guys, they had to have some NIL deal with someone to drive. They were fired. Oh, and Josh Williams. Did you see Josh?
So good.
I think I tweeted the picture as well. Josh Williams had his suit custom done. On the inside of his jacket, he had the LSU Eye of the Tiger logo patterned all over the inside of his jacket. It was pretty fire.
I like that.
I'm pretty sure I tweeted that. If I didn't tweet it, it's definitely on Instagram, so check it out.
Was Dallas Turner the one in Gucci head to toe, or was that Oxendine?
Dallas Turner had Gucci. I forgot about. They had Gucci shoes. He had custom cufflinks. He had the chain. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Most forgettable.
I forgot.
Good answer. Best use of cliches.
Octavius Oxendine from Kentucky. He used the phrase, it wasn't lunch pail, punch the clock.
He was punching the clock.
So we got to punch the clock.
Yeah.
You can tell that's a thing that Mark Stoops says to them. If you go back and count in the interview we did with Oxendine, nice kid too, by the way. I really liked him a lot. But he said punch the clock probably a half dozen times in our interview, at least.
Last one. Best NIL rant.
Gotta be Kiffin, right?
Yeah, was the only one that really made a headline on it. I was trying to think of something different, but he was the only one that really made a headline on it. So Kiffin. All right. SEC superlatives, SEC Media Days in the books. We appreciate, of course, Hudco Roofing, who is our title sponsor of all of our coverage of SEC football Media Days. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. All right, y'all, let's knock out our final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the day with a little Ask Ryan, Ask Theriot, anything about anything. Fire away with your questions. Email us, tweet us, jump in the buy forward, YouTube chat or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan is next.
AFR.
Buying or selling, commercial or residential, call Darren James and get your home sold. 335-7666. That's Darren's cell. 335-7666. Call it right now or text that number, 335-7666 or agent225.com. If you need to sell your home, why would you hire anyone other than the realtor who sells more homes than anyone? Call Darren James and get your home sold right now, y'all. If you are thinking about selling your home, the Baton Rouge market is on fire. We are right now at about a 3-month inventory. Standard is 6 months. So this is a seller's market. Buyers are realizing, look, interest rates are what they are. If you need to move, you ain't waiting anything out at this point. So buyers are looking, and there's a lack of inventory. So if you're thinking about selling, this is the time. 335-7666. Call Darren James. Get your home sold.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Bayou Ford has $8,000 off MSRP, plus 1.9% financing on new 23 Ford F-150 XLT trucks, along with Bayou Ford's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The world's leaders in obesity research, obesity medicine, and obesity science are right here.
We're doing something that no one's ever done or trying to answer a question that no one's ever asked before.
Pennington is a real jewel when it comes to research.
We are finding the solutions to the world's worst chronic disease, which is obesity. Louisiana needs Pennington Biomedical.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
All right, let's say ah.
Where'd my spotlight go?
Super weird.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Great spot there in Town Center. We always appreciate our friends over at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Get on by this weekend. Have yourself a time. All right. Let's get to Ask Ryan. You can ask Theriot anything about anything. Email us, tweet us. Jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400. Go Tigers says, ask Ryan, is LSU football winning the Natty this year?
I'm not sure if they're going to win the Natty, but I do know if you go to Haspel.com right now, the summer sale is on fire, 25% off all select items. Haspel.com. Go check them out.
How about this? If they win the Natty, you can get a Natty shirt at Haspel. Brian Chandler, ask Ryan. I'm not picking on you. I'm just asking the question. Did you go to Drew's birthday party?
No, I didn't make the birthday party. It's the first time in a few years that I didn't make the birthday party. And I'm upset about it. I was upset about it then, but I missed it.
It's really okay.
I know.
Last week was a bit. Not mad. Nobody's mad. You have like young adult children who have a lot to do. It's totally fine.
Well, here's what
It
happened.
was a madhouse too.
I
knew
there was going to be
madhouse.
100 people there.
There was literally 100 people at Drew's party.
We were at LSU, the LSU ID camp for my girls. I had on my Sherwood blue seersucker shorts from Haspel. I spilled. By the way, they're 25% off. The seersucker shorts at Haspel, 25% off Haspel.com. I spilled some Kool-Aid on them. Had to go home. I just never. I never could get there.
You hate to see that. Let's see. Chase Smith asked Ryan, hit for power or average?
I mean, I was an average hitter when I was, just like normally. But if I put the pearl drawstring pants on from Haspel, let me tell you something there, Podna. The drawstring beach pant, linen, by the way, you can get it at Haspel.com. It's 25% off. When I put those jokers on, I had a little power.
Got it. Tony Z asked Ryan, would you start Dylan Cruz in AA or AAA, and why?
It depends. Dylan, for me, starts in AA if he goes with the standard blue and white seersucker suit. If Dylan decides to throw on the red and white seersucker suit with the Haspel American Optical Aviator sunglasses, 25% off, by the way.
25% off.
He's going to AAA.
Okay. I don't want to ask you.
Oh, go ahead. Shoot. Come on, give it to me.
Oh. Ask Ryan, what's a really nice restaurant in town?
The Supper Club's really nice, but you got to wear a suit there. And if you're going to wear a suit there, you might as well get it from Haspel. 25% off summer sale. Get your suit order online right now, Haspel.com, and you can wear that joker to the Supper Club.
We'll see you Monday.
AFR.
DraftKings, official sports betting partner of AFR. And right now, how about this for new customers? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. Bet on anything. A $5 bet on anything, and they'll give you $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Of course, we talk every day about stepped-up same-game parlays. Combine your bets. More legs you add, the more money you can win. But, man, if you've been using another sportsbook, if you've always wanted to get into sports betting, here's a chance to do it and do it on their dime. Again, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. Bet $5 on anything. They'll give you $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes. Oh, you have it. Sorry. DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/baseball terms. Licensed partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537.
There it is. The extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. I think we're rocking and rolling.